flaps.
Good evening and welcome to episode 22 of Rebirth of the Graven King, formerly Journeys adjacent to the Radiant Citadel. Right here in the Emerald Collective. Rebirth of the Graven King is a mini campaign of my own design, but features the Radiant Citadel from the campaign of the same name. I started running that one and said I have a better idea, and here we are. We are where we are, and I'm fully responsible for that. My name is GM Dave, and I am the Dungeon Master, as the GM would hint at. First up, we have a few announcements before we start rolling dice. So you can find our first foray into the world of podcasting wherever you usually get your podcasts. No Silver Linings is a Call of Cthulhu podcast by Mark Corrigan of Shunnick Games and features 15 episodes of bone-chilling horror set in Silvermines, County Tipperary, 1919. You can also catch the Violet Madness returning to the Emerald Collective in podcast form. Episode 0 recaps the story so far and sets the scene for the adventurer's quest to rid the land of Custonia of the magical disease known only as the Violet Madness. The Violet Madness is available on all podcast platforms now, and you can listen up to episode 5 as of yesterday, or get a sneak peek of the next episode 2 weeks ahead of its release on our Patreon. Did you realize that we have a Patreon? Well, now you do. Head on over to patreon.com/the Emerald Collection. Depending on the tier you choose, every month you'll receive well, that was my idea, but we voted on it. Every month you'll receive original battle maps, magical items and monsters to use in your games, and even bonus maps with variant versions. You'll also get access to the latest podcast episodes 2 weeks in advance before they drop on the regular platforms. We offer discounted rates on selected items on Drive-Thru RPG, Friends of EC rates with our resident cartographer. It's a map who you'll hear cackling later on behind me. And artist Liz Shangavi, formerly Zorp's Art, will even give you a shout out on our Twitch streams to say thanks for supporting us. And tonight's shout out, oh shit, we've a hype train. Thank you very much, The Unstoppable 128. That was fun.
Hello.
That was quick.
We appreciate you. Well, hold on. I don't. Anyway, sorry. Where was I? Sorry. We do appreciate you.
Dave's doesn't.
ADHD. Hi, friends. So can I just? Oh yeah, sorry. We'll give you a shout out if you are up on the shout out level. And tonight's shout out goes to Shane Kenny. Shane, we love you and thanks for supporting us at the jeweler tier. But if you don't have the coin to spare to sign up for the higher tiers, you can still hit the $1 tier to show your support. But wait, we also have a free tier you can sign up for. You'll receive some free gifts for doing so, and some of our GMs have even been known to drop some of the maps used on one-shots for folks at the free tier and above. Mainly me, but I've been mainly talking about it and not doing it for quite some time, so I might do it after AdventureCon. I have a few of them to drop in there. Head on over to our Patreon, check it out.
What con, Dave? I didn't quite catch that.
The AdventureCon, but don't worry, there's a little bit of a blurb coming up for that in a quick second. But, first of all, we will defer to our purple beard Rhino there when he's not streaming with the Emerald Collective. You'll find our very own Rhino over on twitch.tv/DRanged Rhino for all kinds of mischief as he plays various games from first-person shooters to platformers. Everyone is welcome, and if you haven't already, please give our friend Rhino a follow, and if you can afford it, a sub over on Twitch. We'd also like to extend a big EC welcome to Rhino's army who are in there in the chat. I'm sure you're all very welcome over here. Ryan, how's that streaming going for you? And what are you still rusting?
I am indeed, and I was on today. However, my graphics driver decided to update midstream and cut everything off. So,
oh no!
Yeah, that was good.
But how's the new update though? Is it great? Is it like was it worth it?
Doesn't really change much. They just optimize certain games and stuff like that. But yeah, so they kind of screwed me over today. But other than that, it's usually going pretty good. And I have, as of last week, actually hit the 1,000 follower mark.
What? That's pretty fucking amazing.
So over on my Discord, I'm going to be dropping in the next, probably when we get back from AdventureCon, a group of suggested outfits for me to wear on stream as a celebration for it, and there's a few funny ones on there, like a fairy and stuff like that. So
has anyone suggested a minion?
No one has actually.
Well, then may I officially suggest a minion?
Well, I can stick that up on the list and basically.
And you have to talk in minionese.
Oh God, no! I don't know about that. Banana.
And get the little goggles.
Yeah. I've actually had the goggles for my artificer outfit.
Do you? That's so cool. That was my first choice. Minion. What else could? Come on, guys. Come on. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more suggestions.
I think Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah. Well, fairy, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
said fairy.
So
Yeah.
I both, yeah.
Yeah. I mean Phoenix. And Moo. Make a Moo.
Oh, good job,
Excellent.
mate.
Oh, I second Moo. Hermione from
It
Harry
would be
Potter.
great.
Hermione. That's fucking well out of left field. Okay.
But specifically when she got
Snape
turned
and
into a
go
cat
around with the
vampire.
cloak. All big and
Wingardium
billowy.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
It's Leviosa.
Oh wait, no,
cool,
Ryan,
look at
easy one. You claim to hate Kato, Mr. Tailman.
Oh, Mr. Tato. Oh,
Yeah.
it. That's a really good one,
That's
actually.
a good one.
That is a
Perfect.
fucking really good
I'm
one.
not putting it up as a suggestion because everyone will vote on that.
Well, Carrick, get in the fucking Discord right now. Get in the Discord right now and put that up. How's the Lego
in the
going, man?
comments.
How'd you weigh in that Discord?
How's the Lego going?
Yeah. Can you? Is it safe to lift up?
Right, so this is the second part, and it's not even completed yet, but
Oh my god.
so that's.
Holy shit.
And I
Oh,
will
is that
say,
Rivendell?
these trees are
Yeah.
shit. I fucking hate the design of them.
Oh no.
But like, so you can see like the little river that runs through underneath the village, and
Oh man, it's so cool.
that room there is like a blacksmith's room. And you can, there's even like, I don't know how well it's going to show it on the camera, but there's like, you see the little anvil,
God,
and the
yeah.
tools, like the tools you can move around, and there's a little fireplace and everything.
Where's
So,
it gonna
yeah,
go when it's done?
It'll probably go on here behind me once
Sweet.
it's completed. But yeah, there's a lot to it, but it's pretty cool. Apart from them stupid fucking leaves.
Right. Thanks very much, Ryan. Let's take a look at the next 7 days on the Emerald Collective. So, no stream tomorrow night. As a large contingent of the Emerald Collective will be heading down to the biggest and best TTRPG pilgrimage in Ireland. That is at VentureCon. GMs Ben and Dave will be running games. That's me, and Ben's not here at the con. But you'll see our very own Frey Ravenpride and D-Range Rhino wandering the halls and hanging out too. Ryan, you've got some stickers to give away.
Yeah, I've got stickers, basically my logo and stuff. So anyone
Nice.
that wants one can come up and grab one off me.
Sweet. Don't forget that the Emerald Collective will be running Whose NPC Is It Anyway on the Saturday night as part of the over 18s after hours entertainment. Everyone is welcome, and this is an hour of chaotic improv and was the hit of the convention. Well, the understated hit of the convention last year, because not a lot of people knew what was going on, but I think everyone knows now. So you'll see all of us there. Thanks.
It
for
was so
mentioning.
chaotic
That's it.
that there was no video footage of it. If I
Well,
remember
Well, there
correctly.
was, but it was just fucking. It was just completely distorted. Your man gave us lapel mics, and we were all roaring our fucking heads off. And
And the other thing was like we were diving around on the floor and all kind
Yeah.
of mad shite and stuff,
Running
and you
back
couldn't
and
see us
forth.
past everyone's heads. There was like suggestions of like being like a gnome or a dwarf, so we're all obviously on our knees running around like mad. I think at one point I even had Ryan from Half Fire Tales sitting on me.
yeah.
Did I have pictures of that?
That's right, yes.
Yeah. Of course, Kate from It's a Map will be at VentureCon too. I thought that was given, but I should say it. Yes, you will be there too, and she has worked very hard on her costume this year. Okay, so cool. That's what we're doing on tomorrow. But then when we're back and we're all in the horrors, what better game for when we're all in the horrors but Shadow Dark?
Oh,
Our Shadow Dark game against the Crimson Queen continues on Tuesday, February 11th. That's not right. It'll be next Tuesday with a cache of potent potions and a deadly concoction of Lantana's creation in hand. The party brave the abandoned tunnels of Stonehome on the lookout for Iron Blood patrols. Justice for the gentle mole flappers. That's all I say. Craig, is episode 27 the correct blurb?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Heirs to the Hand returns
Ooh,
next
spoilers.
Thursday. The party has cleared the deck of an abandoned, decrepit spelljammer left adrift in wild space and found a treasure cache still intact below decks. Now they set their sights once more on their journey to the edge of the wild space sector in the astral sea beyond. Join a gang of spacefaring adventurers once more on February 27th for episode 27, Escaping the Astral Storm. And what is it? It's Dungeons and Dragons.
It is Dungeons and Dragons in
space. And I am going to be back on Friday week. The Software Saga returns on Friday, February 28th, and the party adrift on the Obsidian Expanse, an underwater sea mingled with the Shadowfell, with no idea which way to sail. More importantly, though, their small craft is under attack from the host of undead horrors, including a dreaded Nightwalker. How long can Ren hold the creature in banishment as wave after wave of bloated ghouls flop onto the deck of their little boat? I
8
think-
more rounds, I think.
We will find out on Friday week. Now, thank you very much to our amazing Technomancer, who is Kate. Kate has created all the overlays you see here in the Emerald Collective and is the wizard behind the curtains of ones and zeros. Thanks to our wonderful Twitch mods, and thanks to also Kate for doing all the maps you see in this stream. And the music is tabletop audio. They're up there. I don't think they really listen, but I still thank them just in case they do tune in on one night and go,
They
"Oh,
do
fuck,
polite,
thanks."
Davis, only
And the
polite.
music just stops. And finally, what do these shields and numbers and your fancy Twitch overlays mean? I hear you ask. Well, you can use your channel points to bestow boons upon players in the GM. Boon grants a 1d4 to attack rolls and ability checks, and in my games, initiative rolls are ability checks. If you sub to our channel or give to sub to another, you can offer inspiration to a player or the GM. Inspiration allows the reroll of an attack roll or an ability check, but not death saves. And please remember to state in chat who will receive your boon. And with that out of the way, I think we'll start tonight with Ryan. Ryan, tell us a little bit about you, your stream, who you're playing, and whatever else you want to talk about.
Well, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, and as you know, when I'm not here, I'm either over on my own stream or I'm also playing with the Flying Orc lads on Wednesday evenings. Another incredible D&D game that I get to be part of, which is amazing. And tonight I am going to be playing Phoenix Valley. He is a fairy wizard of a subclass that is of my own creation. That
You're going to publish sometime.
Well, I'll wait until we finish with it, and then I'll publish it.
Okay, all right.
Because then I'll do the proper artwork for it and everything, and
class.
get it as a proper subclass that people can use.
Put it up on DM's Guild then.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's
for
what I'll
sure.
probably do, something like
Definitely.
that. I'll have have a word with Mark about how to do it properly.
Ben's good with that
But
as well.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I have a few tricks up my sleeve, and because it's my own derision, nobody knows what I can get up to until this
Or what you're up to, or why you're even fucking there, because he is an enigmatic son of a bitch.
And I'll tell you, I know for a fact, without even being said, that Tom's like, I really want to know what you get up, what you can do. Give me the numbers, give me the stats, so that I can look at this properly.
Hells
and
yes.
You will
Hells
get
yes.
them one day for sure.
Yeah.
Holding you to
Okay.
Have
Thank you
to
very
fly
much.
across to Ireland to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come and get them. There you go.
They're
That's what we
a
get you
scroll buried in a garden somewhere in West Cork. But
It's all right,
they're
it-
not.
The
They're not
leprechauns in the
untrapped.
garden are holding on to them for me.
I do believe in fairies. I do. Says the unstoppable bug 28. I think next we'll
Good
go with
reference
Craig.
to Hook.
Yeah, Craig, tell us
Hello.
who you are playing and a little bit about yourself and your band.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm Craig. You might have seen me around the streams either here or on bi-weekly Thursdays with Heirs to the Hand, where I run the game along with Freya, who's over in that direction on the other side of the screen from me, and Carrig, who's right beside me here. We'll can't wait to get back to that next week. Yeah, maybe a little. And today I'm going to be playing Endira Othanar. She's a Shadar-Kare Hexblade Warlock in service to the Raven Queen. Very excited to get back into things after a brief petrification and a bringing back that has some consequences that'll be interesting if they come up, but we'll get to that in a bit. And outside of the Twitch stream here, you can find me around the Discord. You can find me on socials at Craig7Darling, and you can also find me wherever you get your music with my band My Son the Hurricane. We have a new album coming out. We have our first single entitled Moderate Stimulation.
Sorry, featuring who?
So this one is featuring
This is a big deal.
So the single we're dropping next week features Human Kebab from USS. And we also have a number of other really, really cool features on this album when it comes out, including Tim from Protest the Hero features on a couple of tunes. And some old friends as well coming out of the woodwork on this one. We're really excited. And we start doing our international tour season as of the 1st of next month, and things kind of really get going quickly. So we're excited to get into it.
Are we going to get another UK date or possibly an Irish date?
We might be doing a flyout or two this year. We're focusing on North and South America this year, and then next year is going to be more on that side of the pond. But there may be a couple flyouts.
So to catch you, we have to take a trip to Cartagena, you say?
Yes.
Oh look! I mean, oh my! I'll do. It will be
If we
difficult.
have to.
It'll be hard to put up with, but
If we must.
we'll do our best. Thank you very much, Craig. Rep, you're up next.
Wow. Hi, I'm Reprobate Gamer. You will find me on all the socials I want to subscribe to under that name, mostly for the Emerald Collective, but occasionally you'll find me popping up elsewhere. Most recently, I was a voice in Cybertopia, which which is
Yes.
Ben Newbon's own personal cyberpunk take on things, and a very interesting world he crafts. You will find that on all your podcasts right next to the Emerald Collection. So check them out after you've checked us out. For this game tonight, I am playing Torvig, who's our Minotaur Ranger, 7 foot tall, black skin, perfectly lovely fella, no secrets at all.
Thank you very much, Rep. Keith, you're up next. Tell us a little bit about D&D era and all the rest of it, and when we're going to see a little bit of that back again. And
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Keith, and yes, I am involved in an organization called D&D Era. It's D plus D Era. We thought we'd go non-brand, off-brand, the Dungeons August Dragons, but we run Dungeons and Dragons games, live Dungeons and Dragons games in a local castle, a real Irish castle, and a real castle-y looking castle as well.
yeah, very castle.
It's good crack. A lot of fun folks from the Emerald Collective and across the gaming community have come down and run. We've actually got 100% the best selection of GMs and DMs, I think, in the country, because we've guys and girls
Agreed.
from all different groups and organizations. So that is fantastic. I'm hoping to get one in May. Unfortunately, the extremely cool castle that we have been using is also being used for movies and TV shows. The Green Knight was filmed there. At
It's
the
not
moment,
cool. I mean, the movies want it all the time.
yeah, up until very recently, the reason we haven't been running for the last few months, nearly a year now, I think, is Wednesday, the TV show, has been filming there. So I have to
Oh,
get in touch.
Wednesday's been there. No way.
Yeah, that's why we weren't allowed into the ballroom the last time we were there. If you noticed, the main hall when we got in was all purple. It was painted purple. Watch Wednesday, the TV show. It's apparently the ballroom in the castle is the music room in the college where she goes or something.
What? That
saw
would be so
plans.
cool.
Yeah. I know if you watch The Green Knight, it's like room for room in The Green Knight. You can absolutely see it.
Really? And
so-
where can we watch The Green Knight?
Great movie as well.
Green Knight, I think it's on like Amazon Prime or some of
Okay,
those.
I'll
Not too sure
check
what
that
it's
out
on,
for sure.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well if you
Just
haven't seen The
to
Green
see
Knight,
the big
it's an
room that we all ran
excellent
D&D in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's in lots of stuff. There's a Christmas movie called like A Night Christmas or something like that, and the opening scene is shot directly in front of it.
Nice. That's cool.
But yeah, so hopefully people will stop using it, and then we can have it back.
Yeah, and then
run
we can
games
use it.
there. Exactly.
And who are you
But
playing tonight?
until then, I will be at AdventureCon with the rest of these guys, and I'm running a reskinned version of Honey Heist. So if anyone's thinking about going down, I think the table I'm running on Saturday might be full. But I'm running a streaming game for them on Sunday upstairs in the panel room. So I think it's going to be streaming online. So if you can see any of the
streamed
AdventureCon
live?
stuff, I think so. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So that's on Sunday. I think it's around 5:00. I've made up these Adventure Heist. It's a
That's so
reskin
cool.
of Honey Heist for AdventureCon. So I've gotten these all printed up. So there's 50 of these for the first, I suppose, 44 people in the audience that come in. The other 6 will go to the players.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun Sunday, maybe around 5 or 6 o'clock, I think. If I'm still alive at that stage.
Sunday 6 o'clock. Yeah,
One
that's going to be a
weekend.
tough one, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm not
yeah.
running any games on Sunday, and I've only one on Saturday. I've been like,
I've got one, I've got one on Sunday, and I was look, I'm learning. Like this is a kind of a learning experience. I did Sunday 10 to 1. This time I'm doing Sunday 2 to 5. So just a little bit easier on the body.
if I remember the first year, both of us ran 3 games on the Saturday, and did you run another 3 on Sunday?
No, I ran 2 on the Saturday and 1 on the Sunday.
did
And
all
then
3 on
after the
Saturday,
Saturday, I went straight to the bar, and then we all just got belugas, and then
Lost your
Sunday was the tough one.
You weren't there for the dog. It was funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't probably also funny for your players, but for me, it was hilarious. So that's it. We'll be down there, and I'll be back here playing this again soon, and hopefully running. I like to sneak in under the cover of darkness when no one else in it, the Emerald Collective is looking, and run weird one-shots.
Yeah, we're gonna
so
get another
hopefully I'll
Mothership.
come back. I want to run another sequel to Mothership. I also want to run a sequel to the mock
One where Dave
AI
ran away
one
and left us
where-
for dead.
Yes, the one where Dave abandoned everybody.
And where everybody abandoned me.
Yes,
But
yes.
that was
Well, we
the
did close the
job,
curtain
though.
on
We
that.
were supposed to just tell people. I was fulfilling the contract.
Lads,
Yeah,
just you wait
On
till I
Tuesday,
come
we'll
out.
recognise that
Levels.
line as well.
Just you wait.
That's what my character would have done.
I would just, yeah.
So yes, I sneak into the Emerald Collective occasionally and cause chaos, and then
And-
run
but
away
tonight,
again before the
who are you playing?
consequences catch up with me. And tonight, I am
Yes.
playing. Speaking of causing chaos and running away before the consequences catching up with me, I'm playing Nira, everybody's favorite, absolutely bananas, chaotic cat, tabaxi monk from Limerick.
Excellent, thank you very much. Keith, let's go to Freya next.
Hello, yes, I am Freya Ravenpride. You see me everywhere over the Emerald Collective. I am playing Kethra. She is my Eluskan human fighter, and she is not one for many words. She just is a collector of people's heads, or monsters' heads, or anyone's really. And I will be very distracted because I am making crowns and stuff for AdventureCon this weekend, and I'm very excited.
All right, thank you very much, Freya. Paddy, last but not least, who are you playing, and what games are you playing on the Emerald Collective, and a little bit about your, how you got into D&D and all, or whatever you want to tell us.
Oh
about.
well, yeah. Well, how I got into D&D was total fluke. I ran into, if Dave doesn't mind me saying, I ran into Dave many years ago when there was a club opening up, a new club, and they were acting the bollocks with free entry emails, and Dave overheard it, and he's a man of justice, if nothing else, and decided he had a few free tickets, and made sure that me and my lovely wife got in, and myself and my wife and Kate and Dave have been friends ever since, and that's how I got into D&D. And I'm so glad I did, not just for the friendship, but I love D&D, and I have yet to meet an arsehole playing it. So that says a lot.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm obviously hiding it well then.
Well, you certainly are, if that's the case. Yeah, I am playing a couple of games at the moment. I was trying to play your three-shot, the Saffron trilogy, and
Yeah,
I
but
got
it's never
hampered.
a 3-shot. That's okay. We're going to start episode 4 of the Saffron trilogy pretty soon.
So I will be back piloting Leicester Spook, and I'm also in Carrick's game with my new character, Buddy, who is also got hampered there by my fall in internet recently. And I am also playing for the longest time online Captain Phelan Fontaine in this game, and Phelan is a very, very stout halfling.
Sorry, I just looked like a cry type. That's how I know.
He's plodding along, and he is down a friend. He considered Margaret a possible friend, and poor Margaret blew up on him literally the last day. And
he didn't consider the fucking undead kobold a friend because you just wiped him out.
Well, I just get into that.
Okay.
He is suspicious of Agar, and did not like the killing of the kobold either, because an ally is an ally until it's proven otherwise. As Phelan would
He
think.
was stinking
It
up
was a
magical
matter of time.
house, okay? Oh, ADA Dungeon, by the way. Thanks for the raid.
Hey,
Hey, Dungeon,
welcome
thanks
aboard,
for
guys.
dropping in. We were just talking about AdventureCon and what's going on there. And if Ben is there, hey, Anya, there's Azo and DA Dungeon. I do believe Ben is running a spelling bee thing, which I'm going to be part of, which my spelling is... I used to be, like, really good at fucking spelling in English, but my spelling has gone to shit. The older I get the more I get older, there's a graph for this, basically. And I'm dreading this, but it's going to be good fun. And Ben is also... This is Homebrew Ben, who is with DA Dungeon. Now is also doing the TTRPG Tribunal as well, which was good fun last time.
That
so if you
was
guys,
very good fun last year.
yeah, if you have any issues from your table, hang on, lie down.
There was a couple of bullshit rulings on that last time, though.
Yeah, well, look, you know what I mean. If that's generally what we hear if it doesn't go your way. Yeah. So if you have any what you think is a bullshit ruling from a DM, bring it to AdventureCon, bring it to the TTRPG Tribunal, and Judge Ben will well, he'll rule it, and you'll get a fine. I do believe the ruling is final though, so we'll see. Here we go.
He has
Anyway.
got a gavel and a doily around his neck,
Yes,
so
he
it
does.
is very
He does.
official.
It
You
is.
have
It
to
is.
see the
Yeah.
doily.
You either agree with
The
the
doily
ruling or he
is
hits you with the
amazing.
gavel. Is-
But
Taking
when he
a
walked
picture
in,
does not
he
do it
gave
justice.
everyone the nods. Like, just he walked in. It was fucking amazing.
Oh,
Okay, look.
it was all right.
Yeah, well, let's play the game. And last but not least, returning as a special guest, we'd like to welcome back Carrick. Carrick, tell us a little bit about what you do and who you're playing tonight.
Yeah, I'm Garrick. I'm the stream DM for Arcane Adventures in Andromedus and player on most games on the channel at this point. And yeah, I am playing Sir Agar, who is a Gearforged paladin who has kind of started to really remember why he's here on this island of Garthas. And yeah, the rest of the party don't really seem to trust him too much because, you know, when you find a magical construct with a soul that has been given to you by a creepy undead shopkeeper, distrust is probably fair, but like, I feel like he's proven himself a
I
likely
think
ally, you know? He's only
Proven
killed
himself a liar.
he only killed the kobold that was stinking out the magic mansion. It was literally a zombie. It was rotten. It was gross. Like, it needed to
Harsh,
go.
harsh, harsh.
Oh,
All right, cool. Look, I
the
know
ego.
this took a half an hour, but we did spend a lot of time talking about AdventureCon. It's not normally this long, but I think we'll go ahead and run through a quick recap. Here we go. Having fled the world of Cathar in a strange craft hidden in a cave in the mountains, an undead army hot on their heels, our heroes arrived in the Radiant Citadel in the deep ethereal, a refuge for the displaced and lost. While they were immediately welcomed by the community, one of the ruling council, the wizard Nob, ascertained that the son of the Graven King, a powerful entity at the head of a massive army of the dead, had attached some sort of scrying focus to their escape craft, thus granting him the ability to locate the citadel in the deep ethereal. And this was not a good thing. Agreeing to make the trip to the island of Garthas, the supposed birthplace of the son of the Graven King, the party had been tasked with retrieving any and all information pertaining to the source of his power and returning to the Radiant Citadel so the council can form a plan to defend their home. Arriving on the island of Garthas, the party attracted the attention of Shazasthar, one of several malevolent entities left in place by the son of the Graven King to protect any traces of his past. While battling his undead minions on a bridge in an attempt to seek out his lair, the volcano at the centre of the island erupted, covering the surrounding lands with a thick layer of black and grey cloud, and completely obscuring the sun. What better environment could sunlight-sensitive undead ask for? None really. Well, night. That's about it. Having finally found their way to the lair of Shazasthar, the party had passed through his entrance hall and into the first level of his dungeon in order to defeat this malevolent entity and learn something of the origins of the son of the Graven King after dealing with a spectral creature known only as the shopkeeper, who seemed to be at odds with Shazasthar himself. The party managed to convince this strange servant to part with his help, the Gearforged Agar, who didn't seem to know much about itself or where it came from. And the good thing too is when they entered the next chamber, they were confronted by none other than the Watcher, a monstrous beholder, guarding the way down to Shazasthar's personal chambers. The battle was fierce, and our Shadar Kai Warlock lost their battle against the creature's petrification magic and was turned to stone. Desperate, the Ranger Torvik returned to the shopkeeper and made a deal, sacrificing their powerful artifact, the Coin of Fate, in order to ensure Andira's restoration. Now, though, they find themselves in Shazasthar's garden, standing before a carved scene depicting Shazasthar's past, and if it is to be believed, what could also be the past of the son of the Graven King. So, how much do we all miss Margaret Kanan?
Not at all.
Nope.
How does Torvik feel after realizing? How does Torvik feel after realizing some doors cannot be closed? And why haven't we heard from Phelim's possessed sword in a while? There's only one way to find out. At 8:31 on a Thursday, let's play some D&D. Yeah. All right, cool. So I am happy to say you all had a bunch of some of you had a bunch of rather disturbing dreams. I'm happy to say though, are there actual windows here, Phoenix Valley, or how do they wake up? Are they woken up like by somebody clattering pot and pan lids together, or is it like they just naturally wake up? Is there like bird song or something, or?
No, it's usually just a case of Phoenix going, right, time to get out.
Okay.
Have some breakfast, and then get out.
Does anything nasty happen if they stay in there when the
They just fall on their asses as they drop out the sky.
Okay.
They're literally just like, if they're laying in that bed, they're going down 2 floors onto their back.
Okay. Yeah.
Long
So
rest, roll for damage.
how are we all feeling then? If you want to the floor is yours as you make your way down and out of your beds. I don't know if anyone wants to discuss the dreams they have, but on a more important note, you all get a long rest.
Yes.
Hey.
That is what I
And
want to
level
hear.
up?
No, level up, my friend.
You asked me last session, so you know.
But we did so good.
Yeah.
We did. I murdered a combo.
Adventure
That's the word.
Con.
You're level 7. Okay, well I'll tell you what. Given that it's AdventureCon, would someone like to roll a luck check?
Depends. What do you have to roll for it?
Well, it's your choice. Odds or evens. It's a D20. Odds or evens. If you're successful, I will allow you to level up. But it might be a while before your next level
I don't mind taking the bullet if you want me
up.
Uh-huh.
What are we doing? Odds or evens? I think this should be a discussion.
Well,
What do we feel, guys?
to. I always say odds.
I'm into
I'm always
odds.
up for a level up. What happens if we fail? Is there like a punishment, or
we
do
You
level
level
down.
down.
Yeah, we lose a level.
Yeah. Well, second
jump-
edition rules. We're back to
We
the
get
energy
jumped-
drain
we
vibe.
we get jumped by a bunch of second edition
God.
fucking ghosts.
Well, I think we all
no,
know how
look,
Near is
look,
going to
like-
vote.
There will be no punishment because you've already given Shazasthar some of your blood, and that's going to have very detrimental effects when you meet
Yeah,
him.
imagine who would do that.
Right,
Like
sorry.
seriously, guys. Like
I know, right?
yeah, like crazy. Imagine having
So-
blood in the first place.
Are we gonna do a luck check on odds? Is good? Is that what we're saying? Odds is
Yeah.
good. Okay,
Odds is
cool.
good.
All right, and Ryan, you're gonna roll it.
Come on, Ryan, let's even the scales here.
Yes, I told
Yes!
you odds every fucking time.
Yes.
Baby, sorry.
No, I just upped the fucking,
Yep.
challenge rating. Okay, so would you like to do a level up episode now, or do you want to do it at the break?
Yeah.
Okay, we do. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we're gonna do it. This has just become a level up episode. Okay, so we're gonna level up on stream. So you guys go to level 8. I do believe so. That's an ability score increase or a feat for most of you.
Is this the first time we've leveled up on screen? I think we've always.
I think
done
it
off.
is. Yeah, I think it is. But thank you very much, people in chat, for giving us a steer on the music. We appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to start with Kethra. Are you going to level up a barbarian or fighter?
If Roll20 would let me, I think I'm going to go with Barbarian.
Okay, cool. So if anyone wants to take their average for hit points, that's fine. Roll it now. If you want to, but before you do that, if you roll for hit points and you get, like, let's just say you're a barbarian and you want to roll a d12 and you roll a 2 on a d12, you can ask me to re-roll that for you, but you have to take what I take. Either way, you get to re-roll ones.
Okay.
So your choice if you want to roll hit points or if you don't, but it
You
is.
may need to go to somebody else because my Roll20 won't let me level up.
I always roll anyway. I know
Oh,
that.
yeah, mine
Okay.
was there.
It says unable to level
Oh.
up, missing data.
Hard luck.
No, but you can still go. That's
It's
the thing. I've
thing?
Six is
Not
average.
alright, Craig. Carry.
I've taken a
Okay,
sci-fi.
great.
I've taken the sci-fi thing out of the compendium, so that's what it's doing. But you can still click next.
For fuck's sake.
What have we got? 6 for Carrick. That's the average. A 1, a 3, a 2, and a 3. So I assume, Craig, you'd like me to re-roll for you.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see what we got.
So what? It's a D8.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what you're gonna get for your next level hit points. It's a
I'll take
5.
it.
2 better. Anyone else like me to re-roll for them?
Yeah, I'll go for that.
What are you, a D8 as well?
Yeah.
Or D10? D8?
D8.
Ah,
But we get to re-roll ones.
Okay, sure. I thought you said we'd take what you rolled. Jesus Christ.
We get to re-roll a 1 anyway, either way. So unfortunately, it's a 1, my friend.
I insist on taking the 1. I
That's
think
absolutely, it sucks. Anyone else
yeah,
like me to
them-
re-roll their hit points?
Them's the breaks.
Film, you're 3 out of 10.
Do I add anything to it?
Your con modifier if you have it.
Oh, yeah, do I?
Okay.
Hey, Ali Mara is in, our friend from America.
I'll
Welcome.
roll mine. Here we go. Go on, Dave. Why not?
Oh my god, okay, here we go. Oh, okay, that's look, could be
yeah.
worse.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
set
yeah.
with. Is it a 3 or a 3?
We take the 3. Phelan, you've got a 3 out of 10. Would you like to keep the 3, or would you like to roll? Would you like me to roll for you?
Oh, I get to let you roll. I'll let you roll. 3 is low enough.
You have to take what I roll, okay?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, lads,
poor.
this is not. I'm so sorry, but it's
That's
roll
okay.
20, not me. How's everyone else for rolls?
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Are we okay, or
I'm going to take what I've rolled, I think, see how you're rolling for everyone else. So
you're gonna roll, are you?
I took a 6. I rolled a 6. So
You rolled
which
a
is-
6. You're gonna go.
it's
Let's just see
good
what I
enough.
would have rolled. So what? You D10?
Yes.
9. Sure, look,
well.
6 is still good.
I should be in combat anyway, so we'll take a 6.
Anyone else? So okay, cool. So I'm gonna move on to Craig, and I'm gonna work backwards on my video ninja screen here. Craig, are you leveling up into Warlock again?
Yes, I'm gonna hit my 8th level of Warlock here.
And are you doing feat, or are you gonna do ability score increase?
I'm gonna do an ability score increase. I had the option to swap out some Eldritch Invocations, but I think I'm pretty happy with what I have, so I just left that. I put a 1 into my Charisma to bring it up to a 20, and a 1 into my Strength to bring it up to an 18. And I'm kind of looking at spell swaps right now, but yeah.
Nice. So given, so obviously Craig has a charisma of 20, as we all know. But when it comes to Andira, she can be quite standoffish. So how do you feel that 20 emanates from her, or how's that 20 reflected in Andira?
I feel like it's kind of twofold. I feel like if you look at charisma as sort of like a force of personality, Andira can be a force in some moments, but I also think that this is mechanically like her spellcasting ability as well, and as things have gone on and she's become more in touch with her patron, and she's been allowed to kind of spread her own wings, so to speak, for a while, and I think that just like that experience is starting to pay dividends.
Cool. Yeah. So like more like a sort of inner wellspring or reserves, but also like I feel like she's opened up to this party quite a bit, especially since that moment when they came to rescue her.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, she's at a very different place than she was when we came into this campaign, and
I wonder
we'll see.
Yeah, I wonder if the concept or the prospect of death is obviously it's the ultimate act of servitude for the Raven Queen, but are these people that she would miss at this stage, or
almost certainly? I don't think that she's at the point where she's ready to sort of telegraph that or certainly talk about it.
Yeah.
But these are the closest things she's had to friends maybe ever.
Wow. Okay. I think I've just seen you raise your mic there, Rep, but I'm going to go to you next. If that's all right.
That's fine.
You want me to move on? So what are you doing? Are you going to take another level in Ranger?
I am taking another level in Ranger, yes.
That'll bring you up to level 8, and that gives you an ability score increase.
And I am taking Dexterity, so I hit level 20 in Dexterity.
Nice. Okay.
We'll play with feats later on down the line, but let's get that.
That's a completely different stream. Thanks very much,
Quentin
Rep.
Tarantino is into the chat.
Thank you very much, Rep. Do you think there's any this is just purely mechanical? There's no sort of thematic way that you think?
Well, he also does get an ability as well at this point called Land Stride.
Nice.
So basically, non-magical difficult terrain does not affect him anymore, pretty much.
So spike growth still
moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement. You can move through non-magical plants without being slowed and without taking damage from them.
That's cool.
And you have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created, such as the Entangle spell. So,
and spike growth. Just asking for a friend. That's all. Cool.
I'm sure. That sounds of it.
Thanks very much, Rep. Okay, Paddy, we're going to go to you next. Are you going to go up one more in Fighter?
One more in Fighter, and all I've gone with is a +2 to my Wisdom, which was very low. And the reason for that as a player is
the constant Wisdom saving throws.
Yes. And my excuse for it is just I suppose being with the group and the couple of chats he's had with Indira and Torvig when they've been concerned about him he's wizened up a bit, and he's picked up a few things from being in a close knit group that's outside of his own race.
Do you feel though that maybe his soldiers' will might be sort of bolstering itself, given that he's had to resist these constant onslaughts from the sword?
Yeah, I think the stubbornness as well is coming through.
Yeah.
And that resilience is kind of pushing through.
Okay.
So we'll see how that plays out.
All right. Anyone who hasn't been here before, Phelim is carrying a possessed or sentient short sword that they're in a bit of a battle at the moment. I think we'll move.
It's
next
great crack.
on. It is great crack. We'll move on to Ryan. Ryan, you're up next. Are you going to stay with Wizard?
I am indeed, yeah, because I want to finish out my subclass.
So, are you going to take a feat, or are you going to take an ability score increase?
I am going to take a feat, but I need to ask you a question before I do. Are we going by the old PHB, or are we going by the new one?
Unfortunately, yeah, we're still 2014. I have them.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I just
don't
haven't
mind.
read
smell shenanigans.
No, listen. No, I literally, I don't mind either. It's just so I know which parts I'm adding and which parts I'm not, because there's a good few changes.
It's
so,
14, yeah.
Essentially, I'm taking a feat, and I am taking Spell Sniper.
Oh, nice.
That increases the range of spells, right?
It doubles the range, yeah. But see, in the new Spell Sniper, it doesn't impose disadvantage if someone's in melee with me that I can do spells.
That's
like a wizard normally does.
Yeah.
So there's a few different changes, which is why I was checking to make sure which one we were going for.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with both. So
Cool. Great. And, okay, cool. Any class features or anything?
no, I get an extra slot for 4th level, but that's it.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, moving on to Keith. Keith, you're playing Nera, our monk. Pew pew, snipe, baby, snipe, babies is Ben and chat. Love it. Keith, are you leveling up in monk?
Monks all the way.
Okay, so we're level 8. So you
Very
get
vanilla.
Are you going to go a feat or ASI?
Feat, actually.
Oh, okay.
I have been waiting for this feat for quite some time.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm taking Mage Slayer.
Nice.
Because
Just in
Nera
time.
has been fighting fucking spellcasters and ghosts and all sorts of things, and as a monk has just been losing his goddamn mind. So with Mage Slayer, for those at home who are not, unlike the rest of us who have every single feat and everything. Sorry, I just saw Ben. Ben,
Oh, I
stop
know,
being
I
so
just saw it
funny.
as well.
God
All right, stop
Actually,
collaborating.
can
Listen,
we
Marcel's gonna have it twice the
sidebar
distance.
and get
Yeah.
Ben to do the lyrics for Little Green Bag for us?
Yes,
that we talked
actually,
about
yeah.
earlier on.
Yeah, we
Ben,
should.
Ben, we've got a proposal for you. Anyway, Mage Slayer, you have practiced techniques useful in melee combat against spellcasters, gaining the following benefits. When a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon against that creature. Yes, sir. When you damage a creature that is concentrating on a spell, that creature has disadvantage on the saving throw it makes to maintain its concentration.
Oh, okay.
Yes, please, and thank you, sir. And you have advantage on saving throws against spells cast by creatures within 5 feet of you. I'll have 2 of those, please, and thank you. So I'm very excited about getting this because the amount of spellcasters we've been up against is
And an extra
so-
large
and I think-
prize, yeah.
yeah, and thematically, of course, Nera is a monk and slightly chaotic, a increasingly chaotic one as the game has progressed. But I think we've seen evidence of Nera kind of like developing as a monk, even though they're kind of like being a bit mad and crazy. Their discipline and stuff, their powers are growing. So I think they are.
Powers are
on
growing.
their
I would
kind of-
say the discipline is waning, to be honest with you.
I think so, but I think no. Well, I think there's like elements. It's kind of it's going up and down. So
Okay.
I think like as in because they're obviously developing more power. So I think like narratively they're spending time. They're kind of like it's almost. I'm not going to say like it's kind of like bipolar or anything, but they're definitely ebbing and flowing. There's times where they get more chaotic and times where they get more
I
focused.
suppose if you want to achieve new heights in a trampoline, you have to achieve new lows, right?
Potentially, yeah. Well, it's yeah, and I think they're a little bit confused by it themselves because they are, as I say, in
Okay.
some levels getting a little bit more wilder, but in other levels, like evasion, wholeness of body, stillness of mind, they're very, very focused abilities and powers. And I think maybe Nera isn't exactly 100% sure where they're coming from. Maybe they're like helping develop them, but the actual source of these powers. So
Okay.
all in all, I think they are very keen to have learning a bit more about spellcasters and about just from experience at learning a little bit more about how to fight them and to defend against them. So, well,
Basically,
that'll
you
be an
learn to
idea.
punch nerds harder.
Agar.
Yes, I learned how to punch ghosts earlier on, and
Yeah.
now I've developed how to punch nerds.
Agar, what did you
I like that, Garrett, that's good.
took a feat or an ASI?
I took the Sentinel feat because this Gorgon ran away from Agar to do a charge attack earlier and it pissed him off.
Okay.
So he's not letting that happen again.
Okay, Sentinel feat.
Yeah. Nothing else was.
Nothing. No class abilities.
No.
Okay, and last
Two new spells. That's it.
Okay, Freya.
She is just going barbarian. It's gonna
So
be
what level
to
barbarian are you now?
2. Only 2.
Level 2. So that gives
So she
you.
gets reckless attack and danger sense.
Okay,
Nice.
danger sense skill. That's advantage on dexterity saves,
Yes.
and
So-
your reckless attack is advantage on your attacks, but you get everyone else gets advantage on you. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think that was a rather much quicker level up than I thought it would be. I think now is a good time to so you can your max hit points have increased, and yeah, you are Agar. You're still at 41 from 79, by the way.
It's not updating on my thing from there, even though it is on my sheet. I think that token might be linked to the old sheet where the subclass that is too strong.
Okay, 1 second now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cobalt Press, please balance your.
Oh, the Vengeance Paladin.
Yeah, it's the Auto Vengeance one. Please
Okay,
balance the
give
Auto
me
Oblivion.
1 second now. Edit. Boop. Use
Is
that
that Auto Obliteration? Was that it?
Save
Yeah, it's the
changes. So you if I level you up now, long rest. How's that? Is that right? No. Anyway, look, just pop it up to 79 and we'll figure it out. Unless it's 2 Agars.
There is Agar sheet. There shouldn't be 2 Agars. It should be 88 is the total. That's weird.
Anyway, cool. So as you all exit the mansion or the this extraplanar refuge that Phoenix Valley created for you, you land again on the ground here. Now the soft grass beneath you, this statue scene behind you, the chatter of these birds, these jungle-like birds above in the canopy is quite loud, and it's jarring because they shouldn't be here. It is you're so far underground now that it's hard to tell whether they're here or it's some sort of audible glamour or something like that. But I mean, as you pop out, the dreams you had in the night are still fresh in your minds, and Shazasthar's power in this place is definitely something to be feared. How are we all feeling?
We felt better.
Angry.
Dorling's going to try to distract from the dream he had and will suggest to the group that he'll go on slightly ahead and just try and work out if there's any traps coming up or anything they need to be aware of. So
Okay.
he will drop into stealth and start headed forwards.
Would you like to roll stealth?
I shall roll stealth. Boop. So that's rolled a 17 for a 28.
17 for a
Jesus.
28. Okay, wow. You can see Agar still picking at this the remnants of this ancient Gorgon. And I don't know if the urge to frighten him is there, but I mean it would be for me. You can completely sneak by,
He just completely sneaks by and carries on.
and
Sounds
as you
unfortunate.
as
Not
you
easily
move
frightened.
along, you do see a third scene.
Okay.
Let me know if you'd like to investigate it.
No, I'm keeping an eye out for traps and things that might cause harm.
Okay,
But I'm going
cool.
to push
I
on
would
past the.
Say then.
I believe we've already looked at that one before we went to the long
That's
rest.
okay, yeah, but it was
Yeah.
a month ago, so I'm happy to to reiterate what it says. But if you would like to, so Torvik, are you? I'm. Are we going with perception here?
Perception would be my preferred choice.
Yes. So that's you're looking ahead. You're not, you're not inspecting the next sort of space ahead of you. You're sort of
I know. I'm looking out for signs of things that mean to cause us harm or mischief or
That's good.
malice.
Let's get a perception check then.
Ready? How's an 8?
All clear.
Cool.
All clear.
Lovely.
You're pretty. I mean, looking around, looking at the remains of this ancient Gorgon. You're fairly happy. Like, I mean, what else could there be here? Like,
I mean, I fully expect there to be something in the next clearing, but I'm going to push on ahead knowing that this section is absolutely fine.
okay, excellent.
But staying in the shadows, staying stealthy.
Yeah, you still have the same stealth. And as you round this corner, Torvig, you do see another scene, a statue scene.
Similar 5 figures in
Similar
poses.
5 figures in a certain sort of situation or pose.
Okay. Again, he will, as long as it's not seeming to be, like come to life and attack, he's going to push on past it for the moment.
Okay, can I get to stop you there, please? Can I get a dex?
Sorry, back.
That's okay. Yeah, no, just there. So it's a roundabout there. From down here, you hear. Stop! Here he comes. Stop! 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 Shh! 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 Shh!
Okay. I'm going to kind of carry on stepping forward, and then it's like I get to this point and go, maybe I should look at the statue actually.
Okay.
And I'm going to head around to the statue, and I want to walk around it this way. And as I'm kind of walking around this way, I want to try to look past and see what I can see in those bushes.
Okay. I'll take another perception check just for those bushes there.
Absolutely.
Call that out for me because I'm looking for a token here.
Perception. Book. When my sheet gets out, that's a 15 this time.
Okay. 15 is not enough to see what's in the bushes, but you do see something drifting by here. And he goes, hello, my little friends. Oh, you think you could hide from me forever? And you're no. We were going to tell you when they arrived. We swear. Why don't I believe you? For so long I've given you refuge here in my garden, only for now to betray me. I see you drawing a bow.
I'm knocking, yeah. I'm knocking, I'm not actually.
Cat in chat says, is that Emperor Palpatine? That's exactly the voice I'm going for. Thank you very much. I'll take it.
Unlimited.
Do it.
That explains the lightning in the room, though, that time.
Yeah. I've sort of made it a little bit more gravelly for Shadar. Well, my friend. But for him, he's like, and you can see now, as you draw your arrow, these spectral hands reach out and grab these 2 small fairies, and they're maybe about that big. And his spectral hands just go around their neck, and you can see them now. Just he's drawing in all of their energy, and you can hear until they become nothing, and you see them drift off. Well, I suppose I'll have to find myself some new servants. As you were, Torvig.
You saw him at 28?
Shazasthar ain't no joke, lads.
What the fuck?
Orvig is somewhere between how the hell did he see me and pure white hot rage just for 1 second. No. That's deeper. Let's do not let him.
What's your passive perception?
17.
17 is enough. You see the eyes on the figure of Shazasthar in this scene begin to they were glowing slightly white, and now they've faded.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Lie down. Good girl.
Well, piss at him as well. Carry on seeing what he's up to. And push on.
You gonna push on?
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
presume I need to reroll
Pushing.
stealth now at this point.
You do, yeah.
Could possibly go wrong if I push on ahead by myself.
So just for the heads up, I mean, you would be aware now that whatever way I have these
Yeah.
facing would be he can. It seems conceivable that he is. He can see through the. eyes
Essentially, I
of
just
his
want to go to the
figure.
corner and see what's next, and then I'll make my way
No problem.
back.
Yeah,
I
move.
just want-
You can move your token around.
Just
and,
kind of wanting to have an idea of.
Sounds like an
okay,
All Saints album, Sistino Bags.
Right. Okay. So I can see there's another
Start
statue in
following up
that space.
slowly as well.
Yeah.
I'll be starting to follow up slowly as well.
Okay, let's move. You can stay there, Torvik. Let's move back to the gang. Phoenix, Agar, Nira, Phelim, Kethra, and Endira. What are you all doing? Phoenix is scooting along there.
Yeah, I mean, Agar kept watch most of the night because as Gear Forge, he doesn't need to sleep, so he probably will have made like a passing comment about how it seems like nearly everyone was quite disturbed during the night, and then he's not really digging into it, but he just kind of he'll throw that out there and kind of see what happens. And
I mean,
guess-
I'd love to hear who would the first person you were directing that to would be.
It just as he's walking in the like I suppose I moved him from the map, but as he's walking in the group, he'll be like, "It appears none of you seem to be disturbed during your sleep last night."
Some of us have an actual mind that this place might bother.
Bad dream, nothing more.
Down here a long time, Phoenix. My mind is probably used to such things.
Yes, you can choose to believe it however you wish.
Okay.
Phelim will just give Agar side eyes, and he's kind of caressing the little flap that he had put out of his hat for Margaret to see out of. He's kind of just a little half second of a glare at Agar from the side. He says nothing.
I would say Kethra would nearly shoot daggers as well, as if
Jesus.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, it's like, he just looks genuinely confused. He's like, I've done nothing but help these people, and they just fucking are ungrateful.
Okay, so
doesn't
move your
trust-
tokens to where you want to move them. Phelim, looks like you're picking up the rear.
Yeah, I'll be. Well, I suppose I'm a bit slower than the rest, anyway. So I'll be.
Phelim,
Plodding
stop you
along.
there.
Yep.
Would Nira be taking up the rear, or is Phelim taking up the rear?
Yeah, I think like the rest of them, I think Nira, that's the second dream Nira has had where he's seen Kethra be the main part of slaughtering everyone he knew and loved. And I think he was kind of like heading towards, I think he might have even like kind of went, Kethra. But once Agar starts asking questions, I think he's gonna like that. I think he doesn't trust Agar, and when Agar starts asking like personal questions and like delving in, it's like that's very suspicious. So he's gonna hold back and just like. So I think he would, even though he's a monk and super duper fast, he's gonna be hanging at the back, just.
No problem.
His-
It's
his
around about this
hackles are
time.
up.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Do you want to move your token just back there before? Just.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That just where you were, perfect. And Phelim, don't move. It's around about this time. You hear the sound of glass on stone, almost like someone's rolling a ball, a glass ball. And something
We hear
around,
it. Da-da-da-da.
rounds the corner. I'm gonna shift ping here. You see a small
Jesus.
glass globe just rolling of its
No.
own accord through the grass, and it bumps on Phelim's foot.
Does
Phelim,
Nira
it
see this going
It is
past?
the exact nearest see this gone past, yeah. And it is the exact same size and dimensions of Margaret Kanan.
I think
Not like
Nira,
this.
as they watch this thing go past, just sees that and comes out with it. Oh Jesus sake! This thing just rolls past her feet.
You see, it does have a small amount of that flame that Margaret Kanan had inside her, and it is sort of emanating and sort of throwing a little bit of light out of itself.
Balaam will shape his feet like a little Y shape to kind of cope it from rolling any further.
Dunk, there is a heat.
He'll squat down and he'll
Pick up the exploding bomb
look
again.
back at Nira briefly, and then he'll just go quietly, Margaret?
Crap.
I agree.
I'm not there. Torvik doesn't know.
Yeah. There is no answer. There is a. And would you like to give me what would we use to sense something? Perception.
Perception.
Because she is. Sorry, it is cupped in your. It is cupped in between your feet. Did I say that?
I guess.
Come between his big hairy toes.
Oh yeah, because you're not wearing boots. Of course, I'll give you this an advantage. Though it doesn't really matter.
Because you have hairy toes.
There was a sort of a
That's canon now.
a surge of warmth when you said Margaret Kanan.
Okay. Balaam will pick it up in his
Surge of
hands.
warmth, yeah.
In one hand, kind of scoop underneath it, like the way you'd scoop a big blob of ice cream in a scooper. And then he'll just lift his hat while looking at Nira to see if Nira disapproves or not. He'll put it under his hat
Oh.
and pop his hat back on. And just go shh to Nira.
This is so going to quite literally blow up in your face, and it's going to be so funny.
In all fairness, now it's going to quite literally blow up on top of his head, not in his face.
You don't know where that's going to end up.
Greg Darling, who is Andira in our stream, is in Twitch chat saying, "I'm gonna blow Margaret up all over again," and she's in that sphere. Nero, I mean, how does Nero react to that?
I have no idea. I think this is for the first time. Nira is just speechless. I don't know. Nira, I think part of Nira is like, fantastic, this is going to be amazing. And it's like, oh, wait a second. But I think they're just like, hey man, this is all you, whatever makes you happy.
Just forget about all the burnt fur that Mira currently has.
Oh yeah, and like all the massive scarring up along her arm. But no, yeah, I think Nira will just like big glitter toss or thing and just go like, that just. I think Nira really likes Phelan and trusts him, so Nira's gonna hold on.
I'll explain maybe
United
where
in their dislike.
Phelan's head is at, just in case people are thinking of Matt and the Bollocks altogether. I think he thinks that Shazasthar manipulated or interfered with Margaret at a particular point, and he still is of the belief that she was friendly. Well, I wouldn't say friendly, but possibly helpful up to that point. And he thinks that if he can show her proper friendship and get her out here like he promised, that she won't intentionally, by her own will, choose to blow up on him.
Sure, why wouldn't he believe that? He believes that the sword that's draining his life force is helping him. So, like, you know, of course Phelan would believe that.
Yeah, we're a character. Craig, again, I'm going to interfere with Margaret. You can count on that.
There's
How you phrase that.
multiple fights
But I
going
have
that way.
I have to say, Paddy, that kind of warms my cold dead heart a little bit. So it's nice.
not going to warm
You
his
should be
after
delighted.
exposure.
Agar isn't enemy number one.
Marvin's going to warm all our cold heart in a few fucking minutes.
Wayne's exploding brains.
Halfway through the fucking
It's a
boss
map
fight,
and
she's just going to blow up and fucking Balin's at.
Okay, Katra and Andira, you're on the arse end of this dead mechanical bull, which was an ancient Gorgon. Agar, you're walking around there. What are we all doing here? Phoenix, Agar, let's go with Andira and Katra. What's happening there?
I think, Andira would have also been up fairly early because she just requires a short trance, and then she's kind of long rested and all right. So I think she probably would have clocked Torvik leaving. I think she's just anxious to catch up because he hasn't shown back up yet. I don't think she is treating Agar with as much disdain as the rest of the party, and I think that maybe she's hanging around maybe closer to him. I
Okay.
can't really see his token at the moment. So I'm
He's
not
further.
sure.
He's further up and to the left.
Yes.
You want to move yours up towards the next here. I'll shift ping.
Yes, there you are.
Yeah.
Move your token there. Agar, you are beside your one. Well, I'm not going to say friend, but you know, the one person who's not your enemy.
Yeah.
And I think at a certain point, as we're moving through here, Andir will just kind of put a hand on Agar's shoulder and sorry about them. They're actually rather nice and friendly people, but they've obviously not shown that side of themselves to you yet. They'll come around.
Once this fucking idiot, well, idiot is probably incorrect. He's obviously some sort of magical genius to create this place, but once this fucking dead thing in here is dead, I will take my leave.
Agar, can I get a
Just-
saving throw, please?
Yes, sir.
DC for this is 15.
I'm pretty good at wisdom.
You are.
Oh, I'm not on flat, actually. It's a 10. That's a 17, though.
You feel an intrusion on your mind when you utter those words, but you steal your mental and emotional defenses and push it out. Unless you'd like to willingly fail the save.
No.
Okay.
He knows, because
I had to ask.
when I saved the last time, I knew exactly what it was. It was Shazasthar trying to fuck up my head. So it's like, no, go away.
Yeah, it's very similar to that.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, no. As far as Agar is concerned, he is entirely just doing this, killing, ideally, Shazasthar, and then hopefully getting to go and explore what is Hathar, because he has no idea what's going on in the real world anymore. Because it's been like
and so
hundreds
Agar,
of
when
years.
that did happen, you did hear a surge of those chattering birds, and there was a kind of a small breeze just brushed past you, and the jungle bird song increased quite quickly, and then just it crescendoed, and then just settled down, and you're kind of a little bit off put, maybe.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of turn his head towards Andir and be like, something tells me our conversation is not as private as we thought.
I doubt anything's private in a place like this.
Nope.
Phoenix.
He's gonna make his way.
Sorry. Yeah.
He's just gonna keep walking.
Yeah, I'm not really talking or really
That's
doing much
fine.
with them. I'm just kind of following in behind Torvig, but close enough.
Say,
I
as
can
soon
see
as you
him.
enter the clearing, I'd have stepped out and be going, as in, go behind the statue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to be close enough that I can see Torvig, but far enough back that I'm not interrupting Torvig sneaking around.
Yeah, so Torvig will actually have come
Torvig's
back out
like-
into the open now.
Torvig's like directing planes basically at this stage. I don't
Just
think
be
you've
like,
interrupted his sneak.
"Okay,
I
I
do
want to
have
walk."
wings.
Yeah.
Not in front of the statue.
Ah, right.
So, yeah,
okay,
I'm
so going
very
round.
definitely now.
Gotcha.
I'm definitely now motioning everyone to not go in front of the statue, which we haven't discussed. We don't know what the description is now. So if you wanted to,
Well, if you want to go in front of the statue, you can certainly find out.
I think I can look at the statue and see what's going on there.
Okay,
but-
so we'll just say that you did that like that. So yeah, cool. So this is statue 4. This statue depicts 5 figures standing deep underground, battling large skeletons and wraiths. The 4 recognizable figures are back to back, surrounding the larger figure, who has their head thrown to the ceiling and is seemingly screaming in agony.
He continues to suffer this way.
I shall. I have to go to my GM layer to do that. Sorry. That's not what I want. Where's my GM layer? And I shall drop it into the. Where's my layers? There we go. I'll drop it into the Roll20 chat. That's kind of annoying. Hold on, one sec. There is more to it actually. Boop. Let's see if it goes in here. No, it doesn't. So I'll just read that to you. Oh, Command V. Command T. Okay, cool. So this is statue 4. Sorry, yes. So statue 3 was the one where they were back to back, having the having the battle. Statue 4. It depicts 5 figures with crowbars in the act of prying open 5 sarcophagi. Upon closer examination, it's clear that 4 of the figures are paralyzed and in great pain, almost as if in the throes of electrocution. The 5th figure stands over... Sorry, a second now. The 5th figure stands over the largest sarcophagi with hands inside... Sorry, with hands inside and head thrown into the air. No, it's in my fucking notes. I'll just do it. It's easier. I decided to drop it into Roll20 to be really fucking handy, so I wouldn't have to go to my notes, but now I can't read it because it's gotten too small. 1 second now. Here we go. The statue depicts 5 figures with crowbars in the act of prying open 5 sarcophagi. Upon closer examination, it's clear that 4 of the figures are paralyzed and in great pain, almost as if in the throes of electrocution. The taller 5th figure stands over the largest center sarcophagus, with hands inside and head thrown into the air as if in ecstasy. It's also holding... Sorry, no, it's not holding anything yet. There you go. So I'll grab this. And see.
Just
Go back.
kind of scoot up next to Torvig and is like, do you think that's Agar?
No, I don't think that is Agar. Why would I think that is Agar?
I don't know. I just think he would rejoice in watching people die.
I do not get that impression from him. He seems a reasonable character for one trapped in this place for so long.
Harsh.
You seemed to dispatch that creature pretty quickly yesterday.
I mean, that was an undead zombie. I'm not necessarily blaming him for that. I was surprised we kept it with us. It is it is undead. It's not. It is should be in the land of the dead, should it not? The Lord of the Underworld would have claimed that soul.
He didn't do a very good job then.
Well, I presume Shazasthar got in the way.
So is that who this is?
I think that one is Shazasthar, and as the rest of you come in, do not step in front of the one that is statue. The eyes were glowing on the statue. I think he is using this to keep track of our movements.
Well spotted.
So I suggest we all keep an eye out for these sorts of things. If we see his
Agar,
eyes,
you see the eyes flash.
Gouge his eyes out.
Well, yeah, there's statues, so it's hard to... There's no discernible balls that you could kind of crash out, like sort of eyeballs.
I was going to say, when Torvig says that, I'm going to use a bit of Druidcraft to basically bound the eyes with like ivy and stuff so that it can't see.
I like it.
Dave, I've shot you a quick DM there, just so.
Okay, cool. On, yeah, cool. I was actually on DM you.
I think this is similar to what he did with that Margaret Bull, where he uses elements within this dungeon to keep track on where we are. I don't believe he...
Come across now,
How far away are
get
you?
rid of.
I am.
Yeah, I think you would have, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Can I ask something just very quickly? And
Sure.
I'm sorry if someone has mentioned this before, I just can't remember. From where I'm standing at the moment, and just with Agar's actions in the house previously, does Agar have any sort of switch on his back or neck or anything?
Fucking hell, that's... I will sort of revert back to last episode when Agar voluntarily showed Phoenix what his power source was. And that was a headphones off moment, and I told Phoenix
okay,
certain things about that power source and its potential, and then we put the headphones back on. So
okay,
there doesn't seem to be an off switch, but there doesn't seem to be a, and it's a heavily armored and guarded power source.
Fair.
Does Agar, I know Carrick said he sent you a DM, but do we see anything happening? Does Agar's like eyes go blue or the light come on? Does anything change about him?
No,
I was just asking a question about something. He's actually not doing anything.
But when Agar walks in here, you see Shazasthar's eyes flash again, just as you're putting the ivy over them, as he sees Agar and nearer, and you can see there's obviously some sort of recognition there. don't hear any.
Is there any indication? Oh, well, go ahead.
No. I was just saying you don't hear that.
Oh, is there any indication like that we know that we caused that to go off, or?
I mean, oh wow, lads,
Is
we're
it like a
second.
painting
We're
where the
second in
eyes, like,
D&D
follow
Twitch
you
tonight,
around?
guys. Well done, everyone.
Oh, amazing.
Hey!
That's pretty cool.
Thanks for
Just,
tuning in, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. We're just behind Captain Robert, so well done.
We're just leveling up.
Very awesome at what he does. It
Again.
seems to be sort of a reaction to you guys coming in. It doesn't seem to be a reaction to anything that's been said. So
I will
But the
add
eyes
just
don't
for the
follow us.
no, they don't sort of follow you like the Mona Lisa or anything weird like that. And it's not like there's like holes cut in the newspaper with eyeballs kind of moving
Yeah.
through. So yeah.
With
Worth it out.
Balaam's kind of suspicion or part suspicion about Agar and the possibility that if other things came under Shazasthtar's control as he sees it,
And
that
how
Agar-
is
that Agar
how
could
is
do the same.
Phelim expressing that suspicion?
He is watching him and he is going to observe him very closely. He has know your enemy, so he wants to watch him in case it does come down to it. And if you, so will I just read this out for the?
Yeah, I
audience?
think it's 5 minutes or something, isn't it?
It's so starting at 7th level, if you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside combat, you can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to my own. The DM tells you if the creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the following characteristics of your choice: strength score, dex score, con score, armor class, current hit points, total class levels if any, and fighter class levels if any.
Cool.
So if I can
Compared
do
to yours. So
Compared to
is there
mine.
a save against this?
that, no.
Okay.
No, I think it's
And so it's two things, is it?
It's 2 things of my choice. Yeah,
Okay, what would you like to know?
I would pick strength score and dexterity score.
Sorry, I've just pulled up torch there. Can we fucking
Always is torch.
So what the first one is strength score.
Yeah, and second one is dex.
His
You want I
strength
can
score.
DM you them, Paddy, just so you
No,
know.
no, don't DM anything.
Okay.
So it's in comparison to yours, you don't learn what the score is. His strength is higher than yours.
Strength is higher.
We're
Okay.
not we're not DMing stats here, so
Okay.
yeah. And what was the other one?
Dex. Oh, it has to be.
His dex is lower than yours.
And he's just. I don't want you to panic, Carrick. It's just he's. He,
Oh no, I know the feature. It's it's grand. It's fine. I'm
he
prepared.
is he's a fighter, and he's just there is a possibility that Agar could, in his mind, switch sides, and he's just
That's okay.
sizing
That's
him up.
okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Listen, I have full smite slot, so you guys do what you got to do. Try me.
I love how he's wary of one of Shazasathar's creations, but he's got a glowing ball
Another
of
one
fucking
on his head.
explosive.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
I don't trust you because you can talk and walk.
What do you think, Margaret? Should we trust him any further, or do we not?
Do you think we should kill him, my precious?
I think you should stick that ball in his chest and watch it fucking go boom.
I like that, Kobold. He fucking
Yeah.
killed it.
And he could have helped you in the final battle as well, Albert. But anyway,
Look at Agar didn't know that.
So moving on. Where are we going now?
I was going to say, though, for the familiarity thing, though, people
Mm.
would notice Agar's shield does have the same symbol as the shield as the paladin or cleric. I can't remember which it was in the images as well.
Symbol of the dead god Varen. Yeah.
Yep. So his shield does have that carved into it. So for anyone who sees that, that could be why the recognition is
That
there.
will be Zarena,
Probably.
the half-elven woman wearing plate armor, carrying a shield with a large greatsword at her hip. The shield depicts 2 crossed claws, the symbol of the dead god Varen.
Torvig will suggest to everyone they want to wait here. There is one more statue. And then he will use his land stride thing to pass through the bloody trees in front of him and go where he likes.
Love it. I love it. Do you want to tell people again what the
Gandalf.
Landstride does?
So land stride means that non-magical plants can't stop me. Bitches.
It's magic.
Too
That's
bad
how it's
they're all
written. That's the
magical
second
plants.
edition. Well, it has a slightly
Love
different
it,
wording,
love it,
just
love it. Okay,
that's the-
Tori,
Is that
move,
that's the
move your
exact
token
wording
wherever the fuck you want.
for battle?
So he's going back into stealth mode. So I'll chuck you another stealth
Yeah.
thing in there. So that's a 27.
27. Okay,
And
that's
he's
no
just
problem.
going to. He
Jesus
knows
Christ.
roughly where that statue was. So he's going back into
Yep.
the. I don't think I can pass through it because of line of sight, so I'm going round. But he's going to basically have gone through at that straight point.
I've scooted you through there.
Thank you. So he'll see where that statue's looking, and as Phoenix did, he will use his own druid craft to craft leaves that obscure the eyes.
Okay, leaves that obscure the eyes. Excellent. It's my favorite Devon Townsend album. Okay, cool. As you do that, you can see now they grow.
And he'll do it to all the statue's eyes, not just the one of Shazasthar.
No problem. So, but the one from Shazasthar, you can see, even from the back, there's a flash of fire magic. And they incinerate.
Well, aren't you precious about your statue? Fair enough.
This one especially.
We'll check and see if we see anything else in this bit. Like hidden
move-
fairies that I should have picked
You
up on
move
earlier.
to
and
your
stuff like that.
right here, you'll see there is a set of double doors here.
I can actually see the doors from where I am. Okay.
They are gold and silver and platinum inlaid. They are about maybe 15 foot tall to allow the entrance of the Gorgon, the ancient Gorgon that you just fought. And they look to be buzzing and humming. You can even hear it from here with arcane energy.
Okay. Okay. He will glide back through the trees and head back over to Phoenix. Looks like this is the end of the jungle path. There is a set of doors of the one more statue. Does anyone have some illusion magic and could do a reasonable facsimile of the jungle? For some reason, Shazasthar does not like us covering the eyes of his backstory, or whatever these things are. I do not know if you have any.
We could make a curtain of vines and stuff between the
It would
two
have to
of
be
us.
something not necessarily, something not directly in front of the head. He burnt that one off, but if something maybe.
And can we not get around the back?
The statue is looking directly towards the doors we need to ingress into, and I'd rather he don't know exactly when we get through. There is also some arcane power, so I wouldn't suggest touching them immediately. So it may take us a moment to get through. And then I'd rather keep some surprise for him. Something to keep him entertained while he waits.
We can try the curtain between us and put it far enough away that he might not be able to burn it away.
Balance it on the shoulders of the other statue parts, maybe. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. So yeah, I will go with Torvig and try to do this kind of veiled curtain of leaves and vines and thistles and that kind of stuff.
Okay. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Would you like to both make let's make Arcana checks, I think. And I think without depleting certain spells, I will say this will probably just suck up a first level spell slot each. If you're okay with that.
Could I, in that case, argue to go with my wisdom score rather than using Arcana? Because
Yes.
I would. Thank you. Just as a straight wisdom check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you got a 10.
10.
Would it be cheating to use guidance first?
No,
Let's switch guidance on.
that's what guidance is for.
Boop. And then wisdom check. Boop.
86.
Give them an inch, Dave.
I know, right? That's an 8.
It's an
With
8.
with guidance.
No, guidance didn't go through for some reason.
Okay, let's add the guidance there. 4
Boop.
plus 4. Plus 3.
So 11 total.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're trying to do.
It's a bit rough around the edges.
But it's almost like in response to your magic trying to duplicate what the place looks like, it shifts itself, and your facsimile of what this is now incorrect. You do hear a kind of a very far away echoing.
I really don't like that laugh.
Let's just go through. Who's gonna know?
That's true.
Now,
He pushes back
Yep.
through his head back through the plants and tells everyone they can carry on
okay,
round.
no worries. Keth, I'm going to move up to Kethra, and I'm going to move up to Phelim and Nira. What's going on with you three?
Have we been asked to stay put
Mm-mm.
while all that is going on?
Nope.
No, you absolutely
I
could have.
probably would have wandered up and stood around having a look at. Although I think maybe while people were going on, what's Agar doing when all that is taking place?
That's a good question.
He's just moving up. He's going to pay specific attention to the statues, specifically to the Elven Paladin, because she follows his god. He wants to know what's happening, especially after seeing the last one where Shazasthar seemingly electrocuted all of them. He is. I will say,
if you want to read that out again, I certainly will.
Yeah, no, I've
you have
read it there. Yeah,
Yeah.
So basically, Agar himself, his facial expressions are fairly blank, being a Gearforged, very hard to see. But that brief, changing in colors when he's grown angry or more vengeful throughout combat, is that as he sees that, I will say anyone who, as he kind of looks it over, who's close enough will see a brief, very faint flash of purple light deeper in the blue, as has happened before. And then he's gonna kind of make his way to the next one and try to figure out what's happening in this one.
Okay, cool.
I was going to say that Nira was going to start talking to Kethra about the dream, but I think, to be honest, Phelim's activities have kind of pushed that out of his head. So while the two of them are presumably hanging back, Nira is just going to be kind of standing beside the Phelim and going, "So, nice hat, Phelim."
It's a grand hat. It is a grand hat.
Is. What do you reckon is the story with that, Joe?
Well, you should never love a gift horse in the mouth, as to say. Just rolled back into my life.
Right. Are we all right with that thing, do you think? Given all the, the previous exact same thing that just happened there?
Before you answer, what's your passive perception, Nira?
Actually, I think I had that written onto my character sheet. I did. That was quite convenient. 16.
16.
My name at the bottom.
When you ask that question, you do see a faint flash of magical energy from the scabbard that the short sword is in.
Do I see a reaction from Phelim when that happens?
I don't know. Phelim, you'd see it too. Is there a reaction?
Phelim will look down and he'll just listen, but he's not going to pull it out now. This is not the time to be. I think he'd be aware enough that he doesn't want to have to battle with any rubbish from the sword as he would see it at the moment.
Wow, rubbish from the sword. Okay.
He is, yeah, and he's gonna ignore it actually, because he is trying to kind of get the upper hand mentally with this thing.
Yeah.
As you said before, so he's pointedly ignoring it, and he'll turn to Nira and he'll say, "Listen, Margaret was. I think Margaret was who she said she was until she wasn't, and I think." We could get her out of here. She could be an ally. She could tell us things. She could show us places. Maybe, I don't know. But the benefits, I know there's a risk. There's always a risk. But I think kindness can sometimes win out.
I love how there's always a risk, and you're the one who's decided the party's taking that risk.
Laid down with cursed objects. I think because I forget now, this conversation is taking place between a halfling and a 6-foot tall cat. So I think
you're feeling a bit of pain in the back of the neck there.
Yeah, I think Nira actually bends over like a cat and is kind of I think Nira has their staff, and there's they have a bit of a cloaky shawl thing that they occasionally have wrapped around themselves. when they're moving around. So I think they're kind of like leaning on the staff and kind of like bent down, so they're like more eye to eye. And I think on that, Nero will kind of like lean in. So you have like this massive cat head, like inches from your face, and I would like to roll an insight check on Phelan. Because Keith believes Paddy, but I don't know what Nero thinks of this whole situation.
Okay, well let's go with an insight check then, and based on what you roll, actually no, actually don't roll it just yet, right? Phelan, are you actively trying to deceive here, or
No,
are you trying to? So you're trying to persuade then?
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose I am trying to persuade him if he doesn't believe it.
That's okay. Well, let's go persuasion versus insight.
Okay.
I hope one of you rolls a nat 1. That's a 10.
Ugh.
Go on, 17.
17. So
One more recruit.
it seems compelling. It doesn't mean that your suspicion has been completely negated or nullified, but you're left with sort of maybe thinking right now wasn't the right time, or you didn't choose your moment enough, because I think what Nero was trying to do with getting in Phelan's face was to put them at, in a state of unease, that you might, with them being on the back foot, that you might be able to read their true emotions or see past their guard. And unfortunately, this was not the moment. Now, like I say, that doesn't mean that your suspicions are completely allayed, but they're not heightened either.
Okay. So I think Nero would then respond with a kind of, okay, well, I'll leave that in your capable hands. So it's up to you whether you want to leave it under your hat. And I think he'll just like tap the staff with your hat, tap the hat with his staff,
and it does go dunk.
and stand up, and then say, "Come on, they're getting ahead of us," and just all in a very friendly, like Nera trusts Phelan. I think just because of everything, Nera trusts everyone, Agar accepted.
Literally nothing to deserve this, might I add. You guys just watch. You guys just watch until you start making saving throws, just to see what happens. Fuck your benefits.
It's that kind of conversation that is like,
fuck your
you
benefits.
trust me, but watch your back because I'm gonna kill you.
No, fuck yeah. No trust, no benefits.
Agar doesn't know about that. He doesn't know about our suspicions anyway.
That's what you think.
I think no. Nera wears their heart.
Yeah,
but again, it's nothing personal. It's just that Nera has been through a lot with all of this gang. I think Nera trusts nothing in here.
I will say, just for the sake of transparency, Agar does have a high passive perception,
and it was fairly close.
Well, Nera, as I say, I think during the conversation in the house, that Nera was like very open and will tell Agar.
No, that's fine. Just based on some of the conversations that have happened through the trees, like just because the dynamic lighting precludes you from seeing things, there are times when you might be on the other side of dynamic lighting, but sound does travel. So I will say that some of those conversations were overheard. But it's up to me to tell you which ones they were, and I'm not going to do that. So
again, Nera very chaotic, so it probably would be more inclined to speak a little too loudly than whispering. But
so moving
Nera
on,
will Nera will get up and the two of them. As I say, Nera very trusting of Phelan and friendly, and is going to kind of like not let the cat out of the hat on Phelan's behalf, as it were.
And Phelan will just scuttle after him.
Scuttling after him. Coolaboola, as
Can
you
he
move
just?
up.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
something
okay.
just came into my head. I know this is a bit annoying,
That's
but
okay.
just as Nera goes off and Phelan follows him scuttling because he thinks they've had kind of a understanding there. Can Phelan just reach up and kind of like tickle the little bit above the tail of a cat in
To
a
who?
friend to Nera, just in a as a friendly gesture, not
Oh, just this dump above the tail.
just above the tail. The bit where a cat like really
The little lump.
seems to enjoy that. Yeah.
Like his ass.
Not his asshole. The bit on his back. Like.
You realize that that's like you as a person walking up to a friend in the street and rubbing the top of their ass crack, right?
or someone going, "Hey, it's good to see you," and tickling your balls.
It's just
Put it this way: there's a reason cats like being patted there.
I mean, you can certainly try, but I mean, I did not think this game was going to descend into PvP. But go for it.
no, it is it's totally meant as a friendly gesture.
Okay.
And he'll just like stroke it a little bit, like say when you tap a, and he can't reach any higher anyways, so it's like a tap on the shoulder, but he's just kind of giving it a little rub, you know.
Can I just stop you there? Cat is in chat with a classic dodgeball fucking quote. Hey, it's a bold tactic, Cotton. Let's see how it turns out for him.
Oh god.
I have no idea how Nero's going to react. I think.
Well, first off, can you do you? I mean, without getting really weird and into any weird like kind of erotic detail, is that a place that Nero doesn't like to be touched, or?
I have no idea. This
okay,
is a
cool.
cat person.
You don't have to go into that detail if you don't want to, but it is.
I certainly didn't mean anything erotic, by the way, not even unintentionally. It's just supposed to be a friendly rub, or like maybe a tapish. Yeah.
So,
Poor old Paddy.
Is this unexpected for Nero?
Nah, I don't think Nero passed any heat on us at all.
Okay, cool.
Lovely. Sorry.
Is that it, or was that a touch spell or something?
No, that's it. No.
Oh, okay, right. Cool. So as you move into the clearing now, you can see there is another set of statues, another scene that is looking away from you towards the door. These double doors that are maybe 15 foot high and inlaid with gold, silver, and platinum. They're very ornate and they are beautiful. They're humming with arcane energy, which would suggest many, many diabolical traps, some of which I thought up myself.
What does the statue look like?
Are you going around to the other side to see it?
I stealth into the trees and to have a look
from the back. It depicts the larger figure with a tall, jagged crown hovering over its head, with hands outstretched.
Does that crown remind of the one we took off the Banshee Queen from above?
Oh,
it was a mournful queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mournful Queen, sorry.
It does not. Yeah.
Does not. Okay. I stealth into the trees to get a look of it, and then I want to have a look at the door and just see if there's anything up.
So I will give you the description of Statue 5 first. And this is important, so you guys it would behoove you to take notes here. This statue depicts the larger figure with a tall, jagged crown hovering over their faceless head with hands outstretched. Thin marble lines, as if depicting threads, hang down from the faceless figure's hands to what look like four completely different and changed figures. What was Zarena is now a hulking being composed of what looks like metal plates and chain. A huge helm covers her once striking half-elven features, and her long sword is larger in size with wicked spikes in the crossguard. What was Aranasthor is now a being that seems to be composed of pure shadow. Countless daggers seem to hover around him, and a blackened vapor seems to seep from his mouth, moving but not moving, a dizzying and uncomfortable statue to spend too much time staring at. What was Parzanthia is now what looks like a half-human, half-elk monstrosity that now wields two wicked-looking mauls that seem to be covered in fangs. What was Shazasthar is now a spectral, almost translucent part of the statue that seems to ponder several incorporeal books that float before him. And I think that is a good place to take our break. Thanks everyone for keeping us at, we're the second on D&D Twitch, English-speaking D&D Twitch. We appreciate you all. We're at 26 viewers. We love you all. We'll see you in AdventureCon very soon. But hopefully before that, we'll see you here for part 2 of Rebirth of the Graven King. And welcome back to part 2 of episode 22 of Rebirth of the Graven King. The Last Hallways is the episode title for tonight. And as our heroes made their way to the end of Shazasthar's garden, the wind rustling through the leaves of these trees, far below the surface of the jungle. The jungle birds and animals tweeting and chattering incessantly, sometimes getting louder, almost along with the wind itself. And they have made it to the last statue of Shazasthar, which Torvik looked and gazed upon. I'll read out what
Then
this...
do this to it. You piece of...
Now I'll read out what it looks like. The statue depicts the larger figure, which from the earlier statues was the one with the face carved out and torn out, almost scratched out as if by a furious animal. The statue depicts the larger figure with a tall, jagged crown hovering over their faceless head, with hands outstretched. Thin marble lines, as if depicting threads, hang down from the faceless figure's hands to what look like 4 completely different and changed figures. What was Zarena is now a hulking being composed of what looks like metal plates and chain. A huge helm covers her once striking half-elven features, and her longsword is larger in size with wicked spikes in the crossguard. What was Aranasthor is now a being that seems to be composed of pure shadow. Countless daggers seem to hover around him, almost as if a whirlwind, and a blackened vapor seems to seep from his mouth, moving but not moving. A dizzying and uncomfortable statue to spend too much time staring at. What was Praxanthia now looks like a half-human, half-elk monstrosity. The now wields 2 wicked-looking moles that seem to be covered in fangs. What was Shazasthar is now a spectral, almost translucent part of the statue that seems to ponder several incorporeal books afloat around him. Can I get history checks, please, from everyone?
While doing that, Dave, did those
Can I roll
threads
my
look like the
disadvantage? I have
threads that
no
Rhaegar
idea about.
saw while he was awake, while everyone else was asleep?
Just hang on there for 1 second, Carrick. I will go with the history checks first.
Cool.
Sorry, what did you ask me, Tom?
Can I do it with disadvantage because I have no clue about the history of this world?
Yeah,
that's not what this. No, that's not what this is about.
Okay.
You don't have guidance. What is it wrong with guidance?
All right, the DC for this is 12.
I wouldn't say
0.
myself, so just 14.
I don't think I've ever rolled 0 before.
Okay, so how many made it? We've got
3 of us, 4 of us.
Torvik. Okay. Creature in the center is the son of the Graven King, who you saw walk into the castle with the floating crown around its head. And you do remember that that energy, that negative energy that washed off it as the soldiers rushed to meet his charge. They were cut down merely by being in his presence. You could see their skin tighten and dry out, their eye sockets widen. But then when you look closer, it wasn't their eye sockets were widening, it's like it was because the eyeballs and all of the moisture within were dried out, and they just dried up. You could see these terrible expressions of contorted agony on their faces as they dropped, not even able to swing their sword arms back to deliver even an opening blow. And with that, it does remind you of that aura. It does remind you of the aura that exudes from Aranasthor. The weapons the son of the Graven King wielded do remind you of the weapons in a certain way that Praxanthia wields now, because the blades were covered in fangs. It seems to you all now that the son of the Graven King seems to be able to draw on the powers of these creatures. His friends once, His allies, surely at one point. Now his minions. Whether or not he will retain those powers, if you are lucky enough to slay any of his minions, remains to be seen. But there's only
We
one way to
really
find
hate having
out.
come to this world. Should have gone left, not right. Never mind.
That was funny.
You need to get Elthmore. I'm getting within about 15 feet of this door and taking a look more at it.
5, 10, 15. So you are 5, 10. You are within 15 feet of that door now.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm stopping there, and that's kind of now looking a bit closer at.
Okay, so it is a 15-foot door. It's 10 feet wide, and it's a set of double doors, and it is inlaid with they are golden doors inlaid with platinum and silver. They're kind of like almost like threads, eerily reminiscent of the threads that the marble threads that the son of the Graven King holds over his 4 minions.
That brings me back to my question then. Agar saw
Sorry,
some
Carrick,
threads connected to people when they were sleeping.
Do you want to remind me, DM,
Yeah,
what it was? Because
I
I don't
don't remember
remember.
the exact details, but basically when there was the weird dreams, there was threads coming out of people, and then including Agar, I did a divine sense when they were sleeping.
Oh yes. Okay, so what would you? Are you going to try and cast a spell? Or are you going to tell people about that, or like?
Oh, Agar's keeping his mouth shut at this point. They don't trust him.
Okay.
He's not going to give them any more reason not to, and suspect him. So he's actually going to, but he will do another divine sense as he notices that as he gets near the door.
Okay, so you're going to do, and so within 60 feet?
Yeah.
For divine sense, yeah. So as you drop a divine sense, there is a smell of desecration off that statue. And if you were to walk around the garden, there would be a smell of desecration of all of the statues.
These statues are desecrated.
I don't think they're that badly made, but it's not good to look at.
The double doors hum and buzz, sometimes crackle.
Or seems trapped.
Again, you hear that.
Would you like me to try and disable it?
If you can.
Just trying to work out if there's anything else that this would have. But I think it might be necessary for you to certainly apply some arcane power against it.
Let me try and work out what it is first. And I'll go up.
I
and-
will guide you if
Okay,
you're
thank you.
passing.
I'm gonna go up and see.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop you there before you go up. I'm going to move the 2 squares back to where you were and 1 to the right, because that's where you were. Okay, cool. So when you get to there, I'm going to ask you, are you using perception or are you going right up to the door to do investigation? Because this will matter.
I'd be going up to the door to check it.
Cool.
Well, unless I see like arcane runes or something around it from this point. Like if I'm seeing runes, if I'm seeing arcane like markings, then obviously I'm not going to go closer until I know or understand what the arcane means. Like I don't know if it's invisible or if it's quite obviously stamped around the edge of the door frame.
Okay, cool. Cool. So what is your passive perception?
11.
11. So you're going to go up to here.
So there was it.
Is that what you said? That you're going to go right up? Well, if you want to investigate the door, you're going to...
Oh yeah, I'll be going right up to it.
Yeah,
Then, yeah.
okay. So the DC for the hidden glyph of warding was 20.
Mm-hmm.
So you do trigger a glyph of warding.
Okay.
So we're going to roll that now. And as you sort of fly up, you do see it's almost like the ground, the glyph just burns off whatever undergrowth or and moss was growing over it, and you can just see now the glyph as these runes flash, and this pillar of magical arcane energy just shoots up, encircles you, and you can see now that it is obviously it's not treading upon it, it's walking into its space that triggers it. And
So,
Yep.
just to clarify, is it stepping on it or in
no,
its space?
it's walking into its space. So that's why sorry, it's flying into its space.
That's what I was checking. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
a pressure plate thing.
No,
Okay.
no. It's a walking or flying creature moving into that 5-foot space. So we are going to go 5d8 cold damage
Yeesh.
as it explodes, and you can see now the undergrowth and the foliage around you just begin. It's just completely frozen solid as this thing explodes. Or let me just go 1 second back to the fucking thing. 5d8. Cool. So you will take 20 points of damage unless you make a DC 18. I think it's a dexterity saving throw. Let's go back there now. It is. I think it's a dexterity saving throw. Explosive wounds. It's good. Must be dexterity saving throw. DC 18.
17 plus I've got my guidance, which I believe is a D4.
It is a D4.
Is it guidance on saving throws? or
Oh,
just
no, it's
checks?
only on ability checks.
Oh, okay.
Well,
right.
you've 3 fucking boons there, big man. So
Well, there you
and
go.
an inspo.
That's my boon then.
Okay, so you can drop a boon. He's gone from 3 to 2, and that is a save. So you're going to take 10 points of cold damage as this explodes up now. You feel these jagged shards of ice just shoot into your neck, but more distressing, they do puncture holes through your wings. But it's not going to affect your move speed or your flight, but it is incredibly painful, and it's it's upsetting as well.
I turn around and look at the statue and just go, that was refreshing.
Oh man, your cold wings!
And you do hear.
I'm pretty sure that's just a laugh track he's got going from like a magic mouth or something.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like
like
the
one of
same
those.
laugh every time.
It's like a greeting card when you open it up and it just plays the little loop.
Or you comment on it.
No
and
glitter,
nobody
though.
laughs.
No, I provide the glitter.
Hey.
Okay, so do I know then from this glyph, is this like a one-time thing, or is
It is.
gonna keep fucking
Yeah. So
repeating?
yeah. So it's a real one shot. It's,
Right.
it's
Okay.
not gonna happen again. Next
It's
episode.
not a day of one shot. It
Yeah.
goes off 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So is that what stopped the door as well? Or is the
No,
door
that was
still-
on the floor next to the door.
So the door's still sparking.
Oh, it's buzzing and sparking and arcing.
Okay, I want to try and work out how to stop this from happening then, if I can.
Okay. I would think you should roll investigation then.
Are you alright there? Do you need a hand or anything?
I'm pretty good.
4.
Let us know.
There seem to be 4. Sorry, there seems. 1 second. No. There are 5. Looks like recesses in the door.
Okay.
Look to be like stones, gems, orbs. Hard to tell.
Have we been collecting any things from the statues by any chance to go in this door?
You have not.
What is it you need down there?
There's like holes for things to sit into so the door will work.
What kind of things are they, like coins or sticks or something like that?
It looks more like a gem or a stone or something of the similar pattern.
He turns around to feel him. Like a little glass orb. Would that do the job?
Does it look like one of them would be a glass orb?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Some of them are like recessed, like cut diamonds or emeralds. one or two of them might be a perfect sort of hemisphere. If you were to put an orb in, the other side of it would poke out.
Right. Yeah.
Now that Felix has pointed that out, looking back at the statue, do I see anything that would be of an approximate size or shape?
So you're saying
Yeah,
the
as you
collection
look
of
at
emeralds.
as you look at this one here, you can see that the statue is not quite holding the edge of the bow. Sorry, the string of the bow. Excuse me. It is actually holding what looks like some sort of multifaceted gem. It's green. Almost like an
Appropriate for
emerald.
this group, but looking over, do I see? Do I get the impression it might be attached to any kind of trap or mechanism, or?
Ooh, I mean, from here it's hard to tell.
I go and look closer.
If you'd like to do, okay, so you're going to investigate.
No, I'd like to look closer.
Okay, you're gonna have to get down on your back. if you
Choose
want
your
to
words
look
carefully,
under
Tom.
this. So you see the.
I
the
love
pa-
feelings running away.
so you can see the palm. You can see the palm of the hand. The hand is like the palm is facing down.
Okay.
The string of the bow, it would be probably just below the hip. So you would have to lie down or hunker down.
Okay. Sure.
So technically you're going prone.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You can see
possibly
there
go
is-
wrong.
There is a gem on the underside of that. And it's stuck.
Nera will leap up to the top of the highest statue and kind of sit up there. Like,
So you're just going to jump onto the head of this statue.
maybe not onto like a spiky
Reminder,
crown, but like a
Agar
shoulder
did
or something
outright
like that.
say the statue's desecrated to people. Just a reminder, he has
Yeah.
told people.
You don't
I'm
trust
not
him,
100%
so-
sure Nera understands what the word desecrated means. Nera's thinking in their head is like, I don't think I pissed on this one.
Desiccated is. That's not mean it's dried
That's
up.
defecated. I mean, there's probably bird shit on them if there's birds down in this weird jungle thing.
Nera's
but,
like,
you
is that what that means? But yeah, Nera, again, like I said, not sitting on like a spiky bit, but in cat style, kind of up onto the shoulder and like trying
No
to
problem.
like just crouch and maybe have a look around for whatever.
That's cool.
I don't even know if Nera's 100% sure what they're looking for, but is gonna take part anyway and see if anything interesting
that's cool.
sticks out.
Can I get an intelligence saving throw, please?
Jesus, that would not be Nera's intelligence saving throw. Oh yeah, true to form, -1 on them.
So how do you do? The DC is 17, so it's a 6.
That was very nearly another 0 out of Nero.
Cool. In 20 points of psychic damage, you were incapacitated.
Oh, lovely. Am I still up on
As-
top of the thing?
No. When you become incapacitated, your body kind of just tense up, and you just go. And you fall down. But what you do feel is what feels like this burst and this dart of psychic energy just pierce your foot and shoot all the way through your body, up your nose, your nasal cavity, and into your brain and your eyes. The pain at the back of your eyeballs is intense, and your brain, you hear this noise, and you're like, ugh! And then all of a sudden you close your eyes and you wake up and you were on your back on the soft ground.
Torvik will head over to see if
Nero will look like, you know, in the Nightmare Before Christmas, the alarm for the town that's in the shape of the cat.
Yeah.
Nero
Oh,
will be
yeah,
like
yeah.
that with the cat with the 2 legs stuck out, only like on their back.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, Agar is just like, I did warn you.
Is that what desecrated means?
I'm going to suggest you
Sometimes.
probably don't climb on them anymore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not a
Give
bad
them,
shout.
give them a hand, try and pull them up and see how they're doing.
Nearest tail is about 4 times size than it was.
Agar will offer 5 points of lay on hands.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's great.
All right.
Torvik will see if Mage
5
Hand
carry, was it?
removes
5, yeah.
the can
Cheers, dude.
take that.
You made too
crystal
many sly comments to get the rest of it.
Your mage hand appears and it moves under. And
That is definitely fair
you
enough.
tried to dislodge it with the mage hand. Doesn't work.
Phelan will kind of shout down towards Phoenix. Are you sure the doors just don't push open by any chance?
Well, you might.
Feel
Yeah.
free to check, and I'll step back. I'll
Uh,
fly back.
Don't touch the doors.
No, I'm keeping an eye on the
Agar.
rear guard here.
Yes.
Can I get a history check, please?
Sure. Not great at these.
You just need a 10 because it happened very recently.
Strong sheet. I need to delete the one that says Sir Agar, but that's
Yeah, we'll work on that maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or in-
No, not tomorrow. You're going to a convention. History. Ignore the guidance. I don't have guidance.
16 is
16.
enough. You remember when you investigated the first one and you wanted to push it over? I did say it was on a it was on a plinth.
I don't know what a plinth is. Agar might know what a plinth is. I don't.
I
It's
meant the
mov-
door.
It's
Sorry.
movable.
So the statues are on plinths. They should be movable.
Turn them if you need to.
God damn it! Really?
Although as Nira has discovered, we shouldn't touch them.
Well,
Although, if we tie ropes to different angles, we could potentially turn them by putting the ropes taut and then walking.
Sorry, Dave. Can I just clarify? Did Nira get that shock when they touched the statue, or when they got up onto the top of
As
it?
soon as you touch the statue. Which is both, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. But I just didn't know if it was
Yeah.
like being up around the head, or it was full on. Anyone that touches
As
it
soon
gets
as you,
the
as soon as you touch the statue.
it is.
Can I try lash a rope around one of the arms on one of the statues without actually touching it? Like just kind of filling it around. Like I'll tie something heavier to the ends to try cause it to
Give me
wrap.
a survival check if you want.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, I have a grappling hook. We'll use that.
Okay. It's a 6, yeah. Clank, clunk. Lands in the soft.
Can I use an inspo on that just because I feel like that's important?
I mean, I would probably offer you the use of maybe like doing it again without.
Oh yeah, I'll try it again.
Intro.
Then, yeah.
You just
try it
you
again.
know it just dropped. You just need a 12.
can I aid them in on
Of
this?
course you can.
He was just leaning back, so I'll just roll with advantage. I don't know why it's rolling guidance automatically. I
No,
can't
that's
turn it
all right.
off.
13 is enough. Yep, you managed to. And this is this one here.
Yeah, he's just kind of trying to
Okay,
lash
so
it
who's it
around
gonna?
the armor.
Where are you like? How are you gonna turn it to face?
Yeah, so he is going to kind of walk back and pull the rope taut, and then as he has it taut, he's going to start walking to the sides and hopes that as it pulls, it'll slowly rotate. He's going to use the rope
yeah.
as a lever.
So you can turn the statue. Where would you like to turn it to face?
Good question.
Currently facing the door.
He's going to turn it face away from the door.
Okay.
And does anything happen? Any noises? Any?
There doesn't seem to be any change.
Okay.
I have a suspicion this needs to be coordinated across all the statues.
It's a fucking puzzle.
Of course, it's a puzzle.
I hate puzzles.
Shazasathar's got nothing better to do with his time.
Oh, you can do us all a favor.
Phelan, what's your passive perception?
It is 10.
You hear from underneath your hat.
I hate puzzles.
As he hears that, he takes a few steps down this way. I hate them too, he whispers. What? Do you know how to get by this one?
You're right beside Nera.
I don't mind Nira too much.
Because Nera knows what's going on. Okay.
Craig and John, no, not her. Anything but her.
And you hear
Nira's crouched down, kind of like licking their fur flat again, and just hears that and just like goes, "Oh, for fucking
And in fact, he's
Jesus
fit-
sakes."
the ball stops. And she just looks over. It doesn't even move.
Yeah. And just like rolls their eyes and is like,
yeah.
fucking Jesus.
You hear,
Oh, Phelan, it's good to be back. I've not recovered my old powers yet. But Thank you for believing in me. Oh, it was awful. I was overcome by Shazasthar. I've never been down here, but I think it might have something to do with whatever way the statues are facing. You're welcome.
Right. Listen, just keep quiet unless you think of something helpful. Because
Why do I have to keep quiet? I'm just
Agar,
finding my voice again.
Agar doesn't like you, and he'll chop you into bits probably if he gets a chance.
Oh no.
Just shh. Right, nobody knows except Nira, so just keep...
Agar and the shopkeeper are the only nice ones down here.
Well, you may want to reconsider that, but just
fucking told.
keep quiet, okay?
Look
He's standing with his back.
Rhino, look to camera.
Keep quiet, and unless there's something very important, okay?
All right then.
See you soon, Homebrew Ben. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Anything.
And, thanks for tuning in.
Anything that originated down here is going to die a grisly death.
Who are you saying?
Agar
That's it?
didn't originate down here.
I'm saying that
down here.
Ryan's saying that today. I don't trust any of this shit down here.
All right, and I will say Philip was standing with his back to the way he is on the map there because he really doesn't want to give this away at the moment.
So heads up. Technically, Agar and Margaret Kennan did not originate down.
Yeah, which country
Just,
did
you know,
Agar originate from?
They
again?
originated,
Sargash?
as far as we're concerned.
Okay, so
Sargash,
anything you find down here is going to die.
Yes.
Okay. Just as long as
Anything
as
attached to this place.
as long as we have the legalities clear, that's all right. Okay. So what are the rest of you doing?
Phoenix is kind of resting while the others grab these gems.
Yeah, seeing Torvig kind of rotate that statue, Andira's going to kind of start making her way back to the other statues we saw.
Yeah. I'm going to keep continuing to walk in circles with the statue rotating it until I feel a click, hopefully, maybe, see if anything happens.
There is no click, unfortunately.
Does it start to feel like it's coming off on a screw and might fall over and disable?
Yeah, on you. No, it doesn't.
Just keep walking around until it falls over. Disabled.
Yeah, unfortunately, the craftsmanship is slightly superior than
Torvig and Kefra will be headed back as well.
Okay.
Is there
with ropes ready to do the same? The aim to try and turn them all.
So we're
towards
making
the door.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to turn them all towards the door. I will say that yeah.
I was just gonna say I'll make a suggestion to Andira, knowing that Andira has that rather fancy glaive. That if they find a lever point, that they should like jam it in and push it round Conan style, rather than
like that.
roping it.
Okay.
I don't know who this Conan is, but that's
I like his style.
He's a barbarian from back home. He was pretty strong.
Keep that under advisement.
So I'm going to say this takes an hour to work around, and you're kind of being very, very sort of
Cautious, yeah.
30 feet of rope, iron spike with some rations tied to the end of it. Kind of careful. So like old school D&D. So this will take a while. About
Where's
like,
our 10-foot pole?
I know, right? And you face them all towards the door, and doesn't seem to have any effect.
Right,
All right,
other
now
direction.
away from the door. Yeah.
You turn them all another hour. You turn them all to face away from the door. 2 hours later, nothing happens.
Can I have a look at the ground around the plinth and kind of scuffing it to see if it comes away? And is there any mark, like the grass or whatever's there? And is there any markings that would line up with anything on the plinth or anything like that?
Which one are you doing that at?
Well, I've stayed down here, so at the golden one nearest the door.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, you can scuff the ground. There seems to be a sort of a slight foundational thing going on there. Like there's the same type of stone is there, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of marks or ruins or anything. I will invite at this point Andira, seeing as nobody seems to have a clue what's going on. I will invite Andira to give me just a flat wisdom check, please, because I think of all of the people
Okay.
might be attuned to the vibe of this mechanism.
Death magic.
Death magic!
Not
you
because
got
he's-
That's a 6.
Yeah. Who's next then? I think Agar might be next. I would invite you to make a wisdom check.
Yep.
Can I try and firebolt the gem out the hand?
Sure, roll to hit. With advantage because it's stationary.
It's a wisdom check, right? Not save or
Yeah,
anything?
26 hits. Still stays there.
But what was a +6 on it? That's a save.
The wisdom
sorry.
save. The firebolt unfortunately has no effect. What was your 25?
It's a 9. It's a natural 19 on the dice. That's a
And
wisdom
what's
save.
your wisdom modifier?
It's 0, so it's a natural 19.
Okay, so 19 is enough. This whole garden is centered around the flow of time.
Mhm.
One statue leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and leads to the door.
Yeah.
That's going to be my next thing. Okay.
So do with that piece of information what you will.
Agar will say that idea that he's had, but Carrick, have absolutely no idea what the fuck that means. Personally, I'm terrible at puzzles. Thanks for the info, Dave.
Torvig's going to suggest they all need to face the pathway headed towards the door. So they're not facing towards the door or away from it. They're each facing along the path that leads to the next clearing.
Well, I will say with his, more so with his that high 19, I'm happy to give it to you that you need to face one statue to face the other, not the path.
Okay, yeah, Agar will then suggest, like, as Torvig's on that
because
line,
you've
follow.
been around this garden now, you know roughly where the other one is. So as long as one looks to the other and then looks to the door, hopefully that will have the desired effect.
Yeah, Agar will kind of, as like Torvig is trying to turn them towards the path, Agar will kind of be like, what if we just face them at each other directly?
Because they each one tells the story of the other.
Yeah.
I mean, they all, one event follows another.
Joe?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be here another few hours otherwise, but, you know, worth a try.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll get lucky and he dies while we're waiting. Shut the fuck up!
Stop touching it and it'll stop going off. That's how it works.
When
we'll turn
Agar
as
roars,
Agar
shut the
suggests.
fuck up. Can
You're
Nero
very
do an
lovely.
insight check?
Yeah.
Just to see, because like when Agar kind of like gets really frustrated and roars, shut the fuck up. Nero wants to do an insight check to see if they're like, if he's genuine about being annoyed.
Okay. Really insight check there.
16.
16. Hold on. Can I? Yeah, 16. Okay, go on. Carry you.
Yeah, I'd say Agar's fairly, like, he hates puzzles. He fucking hates puzzles. And then this thing is laughing at them, and he's just like, he's pissed. Like, he's like
Stop
one step
it.
away about Vow of M being one of these fucking statues at this point.
But I think
Okay.
what Nero wants to know is that frustration between Agar and Shazasthar. Is that I'm frustrated at my boss, or is it like?
Well, I think
I'm-
Carrick has unintentionally given me an answer.
No,
Okay,
so I don't know
okay.
that answer. I don't know that answer.
Well,
That's
no, I
just
was
what you would
David.
say if you did.
Yeah, no, because Dave is right. I was trying to do insight to see if Agar was genuinely annoyed at Shazasthar, but you said Agar is annoyed at the puzzles.
Yes.
So
Well, both.
That's-
The laughing and pisses him off, I'd say, as well. Like, he's annoyed at the puzzle, and the laughing at them working on the puzzles is setting him off again.
for sure. Good to
Go
know.
towards that.
If you say
Don't
so.
move me.
I'm gonna
Oh,
move
good.
your tokens. Please don't move your tokens, so I can grab them all. And sorry, my God, there's so many players. Cool. So, and with that, the arcane energy dissipates. You can see now it is just a normal set. Well, I say normal, but it's a 15-foot high set of golden doors with inlaid with platinum and silver. So
Perfectly normal.
Classic.
anything but
Standard
normal,
issue.
yes. anything
Yeah.
standard issue, and they're free to be opened.
Just to check, Dave, with that investigation that I did on the door, that it wasn't just arcane traps, that there was no mechanical traps as well.
There is a mechanical trap in it.
Okay, can I try and disable it?
Would you like to know what it does first?
Yeah.
It's okay. So it's pretty simple. If you turn the door handle the wrong way, it's a setup for probably someone of Andira, Nira, or Agar's size. It shoots out a collection of liquid, and as you look at the various pumps, you can see, were they to go off at the same time, it would spray out what smells like a permanent paint and would leave you with permanent clown makeup.
To go with my glitter
That's the
gloves.
most horrifying thing we've seen this whole.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah.
Agar, you know this place pretty well. Do you want to go and
Oh,
open the door
God.
first?
No, I'm fine. I figured out the puzzle.
Agar did the heavy
The
lifting.
puzzle's been done. What are you on about?
And one of you can open the door.
Ah!
I feel like there's some metagaming there.
I feel like Agar did the heavy lifting, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
Agar's sitting back. He figured out the puzzle. Somebody else can go through the door first.
Yeah.
This is not his problem.
Can I disable it?
You can, yeah. Roll me Thieves' Tools or Sleight of Hand.
Guidance.
Thank you.
And then run away 60, 30 feet.
That's a 7 with a
Oh, no.
4. I don't know. Wait, look like it rolled twice. That's an 8. But you know what? I'm going to use my inspiration to redo that because I'm not going to end up looking like a clown.
Look like a butterfly, surely.
That's a 10. I'm going to add a boon to that as well.
Oh, please burn through everything and
11.
still not get
I don't give a shit.
Okay, so unfortunately the DC for this is 16. So now you're not going to look like a clown because you're about the size of somebody's face.
Yeah.
So you are just covered in this white, red, and blue paint. Now
I can
it's
make this
quite
work.
it's quite odd looking. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I will say, if you were in a paint factory, I would give you advantage on sell checks.
Right. Okay. Good to know.
Apart from that, and I mean, look, if you haven't dispel magic or remove cursed or attempted to fucking get rid of this, I'm not saying either of those will do it. If you haven't done it, I mean, by the time we get back to the Radiant Citadel, I will work in a paint factory arc, so you get the advantage.
Makeup
I'll
gun.
I'll just prestidigitate it at some point. For now, I'll leave it as it is, though.
Yeah.
Great.
You-
Just. Oh my god.
oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit. And with
I
that,
didn't think we could get any darker on this
they were
fucking
some
thing.
shit rolls, dude.
It's my roles, isn't it? It's expected.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should have used Call of Cthulhu mechanics for that, and you would have got a
Yeah,
fucking
that'd have been
0-1. If anyone hasn't seen Ryan's roles in fucking Call of Cthulhu, listen to No Silver Linings, where this guy is like fucking Arnold
I'm a
Schwarzenegger in the
god
fucking
in
thing.
that game.
It's
Oh, yeah,
outrageous, out fucking outrageous. And I think all of the fucking the keeper and all of the fucking investigators from No Silver Linings will be at AdventureCon. So we have to do a picture. We have to get a photo.
Is Dino coming down?
Yeah, Dino's coming down as well. Yeah,
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
The whole lot of us are going to be there.
They've even named a certain whole section after one of his NPCs, or not his PCs from a game.
Yeah, one of the
From
Yeah,
my
Gulbrana.
one shot.
Yeah.
Gulbrana, yeah.
Gulbrana.
Yeah, there's a actually, if those of you that haven't seen the map of AdventureCon, there are a number of EC. There are so many EC references there. Go check them out. It's
Yeah.
much love to the Alcon guys.
Um,
So sorry I couldn't make it this year, guys.
Look, we'll see you next year, hopefully. Oh god. So the door opens, the door unlocks, and there's a click, and as these two massive golden doors open. And I'm gonna move you all over. As I copy you, god damn it. As I copy you, and I'm gonna paste you.
Don't tell Craig, he'll get excited.
Someone's already pasted. But hold on 1 second now. As you end up, roughly, where's the fucking, there we go.
End up with your end up.
Oof, nobody wants that. Paste. 1 second now, I'm gonna move you all over. There is one. I'm just gonna reach tokens and then we get you over there. Do. Fucking torches, lads. I hate the fucking torches. You bastards.
Balaam's token is constantly sideways and there's like 3 torches.
Okay, cool. I think that's all of you. I will move you over.
That's one thing about Jumpgate I like. I think there's a way you can stick the torch to the token and drag both.
As we
Where's the
move
crack
over,
at that though?
you find yourself, shift ping. Find yourselves facing a door, marble floors beneath you. There's steps down through this these golden doors, and you find yourself walking down steps for about 5 minutes. Trudge, trudge, trudge. Torvig's hooves clacking loudly, even though I'm sure you're stealthing, but still.
Well, there we are.
Didn't we get him socks or something to stop that?
We should get him socks, actually. That would be
You don't know
nice.
quite where I'm stood, though. That's the thing. They just echo. I'm never quite where the echo's coming from. What's
Definitely in the room, but I think he's on the ceiling.
And as you approach this door, it opens by itself. And inside, you can see
That's never
looks
fucking
like
good.
a square chamber. Tunk. Steps down into a large pool with mosaics in the bottom. There is what looks like a very convenient and safe path around the pool, though. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
When Dave says it looks like a very convenient and safe path.
It probably is. Because I flip reverse it. Yeah.
Son of
Adds
a
new
bitch.
record.
You
We
can't
actually
trust
solved the
anything.
puzzle in one session.
We love you all. Thanks everyone for sticking with us. I'm looking forward to FizzGig knows as soon as we're saying goodbye. Good girl, hang on. We love you all. Thanks everyone for sticking with us. We hope to see if you see us at AdventureCon, say hi. And if you're playing in my game or Ben's game or Keith's game, say hi and tell us if you enjoyed it or not. Also, if you're not playing Keith's game, stream it. It will be live, motherfuckers. So,
Oh, yes.
On which
Fauna
platform?
is playing in my game, actually.
Yeah, on which platform actually? Yeah, good call.
Do
Do they have a Twitch or?
Yeah, I think it's on Twitch.
Okay, cool. Well, look, we'll find out, and I'll post it on the EC socials.
Fauna
We'll
might
figure
know.
out-
She's playing in it. So
Who?
Fauna.
Yeah, cool. So look, we'll find out and we'll post it, and we'll figure it out. But until then, we love you all. Thanks everyone for sticking with us. We will see you soon. Love you all.